Peace, everybody. Boy, oh boy. What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Gwen? What's up?
Hey, you.
You. What's going on? How are you?
I can't call it.
Oh, yeah? How you been?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah?
good. Keeping my head up.
Yeah? You're
Counting
not
down to
slowing down no
retirement.
more. Hey, look. That's a win. That is definitely a win.
Applying for my citizenship to Italy.
Okay. I like that.
Trying to get up out this here country.
Well, yeah. Hey, that's how it be sometimes, man.
I've,
You know what I'm
I've, I've
saying?
decided to retire overseas.
Look, I'm not even mad at it. Not even, man. It's with everything going on, man. It's like,
It's crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I'm going to take my pension and live well overseas.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
How's the family?
Man, everybody's good, man. Today was a busy day. All my days are just damn busy, man.
Okay.
It's just busy, but everybody good. You on your side, everybody good.
Everybody's safe and good on my side of the world.
Well, there you go.
Thank
There
God
you
for that.
go.
What we sipping on tonight?
Man, I got some tequila.
Oh, you ain't playing.
I ain't playing that at all.
You ain't playing the radio tonight.
Nah, man.
You stomping with the big dogs.
Look, I be trying to figure out how my days just be getting so it's crazy.
You taking time off, right?
Well, I mean, right now my time off is I'm always doing something with these grandkids, so
Okay.
I don't necessarily have no time off.
Oh,
I don't have no
because you're
time
always
off.
on.
I'm always I'm always on, always on, man. Like I done been down this road, man. Like this shit for the birds. I done
Yeah.
raised my kids. I ain't trying to do this shit no more.
It's harder when you get older. You trying
Who
to
you telling?
downshift and here they go. Got you going uphill.
Them little niggas on 10.
20.
They on 10. I'd be like, God damn, would y'all sit down? Sit your ass down, man.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Nah,
Sorry,
they ain't gonna do that,
granddad.
man. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. But it's all good. I love them to death. I love them to death,
Thank
man.
God for good grandparents.
Man, who you telling?
Mm-hmm.
Too bad these kids don't recognize that.
They do when they get older, I think.
Yeah, when they get older, they'll realize it and go, you know what? Man,
I had it damn good.
I had it damn good. But,
My daughter told me she going to Florida next week. She going to Miami with her friends next week.
oh, word.
Yeah, being 19, hey, what the hell? But
Hey,
doing
do
that, did
do
she
your
not have her
thing,
hand out?
right?
Mom, can I have a couple $100? What? What? Did I just give you a stack?
Right.
She
Didn't I
spend
just
money
give
like
you
it's
something?
water.
Yeah, that's what they do, especially when it ain't theirs. But when they gotta come up, when they gotta use theirs, oh
Oh,
shit.
hers is stashed.
It's like
That heifer.
hey, it's like pulling teeth for them to use theirs, man. For
She's like,
real.
my money spends much better because I make more money than she do. Ain't that about a
Right.
blip?
Isn't that something? Make that make sense.
Is the wife joining us tonight?
No, she's a work dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's at a work dinner.
Well, that's the balance of the two of you. That's the balance.
Yep. Yeah, she literally didn't leave. We left maybe about 30, 45 minutes ago or something like that.
Oh,
So
where everybody at? Nobody
I
came
don't
out
know
to
where
play.
everybody at. Everybody
Don't
hiding,
they?
man.
This is our meeting time. Where they at?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
there
know
go
where
big
everybody
guy.
at. Oh, big guy just came in. Hey, but
Johnny!
y'all know what the day is for big guy, right?
He was out there
Gwen.
partying with the ladies and the boopies and everything. I saw you. You were getting breastfed. I saw you.
Happy birthday, big boy. Big
Happy
boy.
birthday.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you, Doc. Thank you.
Hey, man.
Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate it.
Man,
Yay, you out there
I'm
just
gonna have to
getting
go on ahead
nursed.
and I'm gonna have to go and bless the Zelle of the Cash App.
He was getting nursed.
Ain't no need.
She was shaking it all up in a camera form. Ooh,
Hey man,
Jesus.
look, I said I was long day yesterday, but I jumped in real quick because I wanted to make sure I seen it, and I said, oh yeah, he yeah, sir. I said, boy, I said, come on. I love Majestic though. She said, now y'all know I got clothes on.
Did you see everybody in that bug got quiet?
They got quiet. Dude, they got quiet. Hey, I even had to throw some eyes in the comment. I said eyes and laughing, right? Because I'm like, y'all know damn well she got some clothes on. She is not about to do this on no damn TT. Y'all, come on now.
Who else is here?
Ain't nobody else here. You got a
Where's the
bunch of people coming through
posse?
there. I don't know.
Where's Keita?
Man, what you do today, bro?
Work. That's about it.
Hey,
Let me get.
go ahead, man.
Marlon, I'm going to switch to my iPad.
Okay, go for it.
So I might drop, and I want you to
Okay,
just put me back in.
okay.
Thank you, Brother Bear.
Gotcha.
I ain't got no whips and chains. Okay, let me break this out. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is.
Yeah, you is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is.
Here you is. Mahogany Africa, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know
These
where everybody
TikTok
else is.
streets are funky.
Yeah, man. It's been weird lately.
Lately,
Miss Londa, what's going on?
this is the new reality TV.
Bruh. Hey, look. Thank you, Miss Londa. Man, thank you. She's liking the live. I love it. Everybody like, share, grab that daily heart me up there. You know how we do. It's the love and support.
It's the love and support. Here's my love and
Hey, she's
support.
throwing up the heart me's. That's what I'm saying. The hand hearts. That's what's up.
Here's my donation to the cause.
Hey, there we go. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. We got a good little topic tonight, man. Hope we can knock this out real quick. Hoping nobody, too many people be mad at me, but you know.
What's the topic? Sneak peek.
Who's more delusional now, men or women?
Women.
Look, I'm neutral.
They're in a
I
dream
am.
world.
I am so neutral on the topic because I
Yeah.
look. I'm not gonna be gender. I'm not gonna be gender biased and bashing. I ain't bashing no gender. As long as nowadays both.
I'm standing 10
Hey,
toes down.
exactly. Nowadays it's both. Both folks. All of us delusional with all
I think
these.
the women are. All this damn Bridgerton and freaking Queen
Look.
Charlotte, they all thinking that we all, our dream person is just waiting around the corner.
Right.
Fuck.
Like, wake up. Wake
So is
up, folks.
Freddy Krueger. He's waiting around the corner too.
Right. In your dreams.
In your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I think women are. I think men are where
Real.
they are. Men are men.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Men are men.
Andy, what's going on? How you doing, Andy? Yeah, but this gonna be a fun topic, man. Like,
Good.
you know me, when I come up with stuff, I'd be sitting there like, yeah. So everybody that's just joining us, 100 podcast, we got a great little topic for tonight. Who's more delusional now, men or women?
Delulu.
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 Yeah.
How's the
what's
weather
up,
down
Janine?
there?
Oh man, it's hot. It is hot. Yeah.
You're right.
Whatever. Andy, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hey, we chilling. We are
Good
chilling.
evening.
Yes,
Jamel, what's
hey.
up, brother?
Hello.
Oh man, we got a good little topic. Let's see what Muslana said. Definitely got a lower standards of what they look for and accept what they offer. You know what? I like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, brother?
Did you want me to answer or wait till you get your panel?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, let me
I
get
bet.
a couple more people on the panel, and then we're gonna have some fun tonight, man. We ain't gonna be here for a long time, but we're gonna be here for a good time. Grab you something to drink on. Tonight, I am drinking tequila.
What are you drinking it with? Is it mixed or no?
Straight on them rocks.
Oh, you ain't playing for real.
Ooh.
I'm grown, but this is
Twice
so smooth,
grown.
right? This reposado is so smooth. You drink it on the rocks. You don't need to put nothing in it.
Who
That's
makes
the
it?
thing about it, huh?
Who makes it?
It's called Casa Noble. Casa Noble. It's good.
Okay.
Exactly. And light on them calories. Come on.
Lord help
I'm
us.
trying to keep my figure. But yeah, we got a good topic for everybody tonight, man. Let me drop it in here. Who's more delusional?
Delulu.
Yeah. Men or women. This is gonna be interesting tonight. It's
In what respects, though? Like, I just need a point so I can, because I don't want to. It's very broad. You can go
It is
anywhere
broad.
with that.
It's so broad, right? Hey, Jazz, welcome in. So I'm designing this because it's not about attacking one side. It's about where is our awareness right now, right? Are we confusing confidence with delusion, standards with entitlement, or healing with avoidance? That's where we're going. Did you catch all that?
There's my free to.
I sure did with the 7 letters I have behind my name. I did.
I like it. She said, with the 7 letters, I got my name behind my name.
Yeah.
This.
I only have 5.
Girl, you got them. That's all that matter. So
I'm a slacker. I only have 5.
listen,
What's up,
it don't
Free?
matter. You got them. It does not matter. You have them. Some people ain't even got one.
Honey,
Come on.
they so old. It's not even funny.
Listen, it don't matter. It's you earned it. It's yours.
It's true. Very, very true. Very, very true.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Is
man.
Is Free coming out to play today?
I don't know. It's Free. Free, you coming up to play? What's up? I know Big Guy will be back up in just a second. He had a call. Yeah, I hope Free come up and play with us today.
Somebody said you gotta lower your standards or what they're looking for or accept what they offer. Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Lower your standards. I got you. Okay.
Free say she playing down there today.
Aww. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
What's up, Miss
Hey,
Londa?
hey, hey.
Not much. I had to come up because when y'all read that, that was when she was talking about the Bridgerton and Series of Love, the woman was asking about, and I'm like, yeah, they gotta have to change them standards up, and then also remember
Yeah.
what they're bringing to the table is what I mean, and they accept what
See?
they're offering.
See?
Gotcha.
It's that ethereal type of love they want.
Yeah, that is the fairy tale, and it's like it ain't fairy tale. You know, you got people
Yeah,
who
it don't
got trauma,
exist.
people who learning about life still, and you know what I mean. You can't expect them to come on the Bridgerton type of thing because back then they had different type of standards.
Right.
Now people just giving it out, marrying whoever they want, trees, robots, everything. They don't care.
Cars.
And that's true. A car, literally a tree and all that. They don't care.
People ain't got no
Ferrets.
life no more. Well, look, we got enough folks up on the panel right now. We gon' we gonna jump up in here. Appreciate you
Like
guys
double
being up
dutch.
here,
Let's
man.
jump in.
So we got Gwen, we got Andy, we got my man Jamil, we got Miss Londa. All right. So here's the, Free gonna love this right here. When we define what delusion is, right? Unrealistic expectations. Look, let's get us a basis. Unrealistic expectations. How about a inflated self-perception? Ignoring accountability. Wanting outcomes without required effort.
Mm.
Mm.
You jumping in with both feet tonight.
I'm jumping in both feet. That's that tequila. Come on.
That damn tequila.
Yeah, it's that damn tequila. So, are men more delusional about value, or are women more delusional about options?
Mm. Women are more
Can we
delusional
be
about
neutral?
options.
You can. This is all free.
Okay.
So you're neutral right now.
I can say that in a sense of if it's what we're given, if what we are given, um, and those are the only option, then yes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I'm picking up.
coming from a place of if that is the only option, then yes. But I think sometimes some men, not all, so some, please don't crucify me. Some men forget that we are in the same fight, right? And we'll say all a woman want is this and all a woman want is that. And don't nobody care nothing about what you done and this and that. And I'm like, you should care if I'm your partner, because I'm your partner and we're gonna be together as helpmates, right? Like I'm gonna be there to support you because I love you. Nobody wants somebody that's a taker in their relationship, right?
Right. You
So
need
for
somebody that
me,
gives
when
as
I
well.
look at it, so when I've heard the argument in these TikTok streets is that won't nobody help us up or won't nobody help us? I'm like, do you forget we on the same front line together?
Mm-hmm.
We are starting at the same place, right?
Yep.
And you don't think I see you? I see you, brother, and you see me, right?
Right.
And a lot of times, the argument that I have seen, and I think no one considers it, is that a lot of women are surpassing our men in certain situations. It has nothing to do with them, right? Like me wanting to forge ahead has everything to do with my legacy or my lineage that I had before me. So although I came up here joking about it, but I'm the first in my in my lineage to do something, right? And so for me, it was always a goal to be better because of what I came from, not I'm doing what I'm doing to put the black man or a man down.
Right.
So it had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with wanting to be better for myself. There was just personal achievements, right? Now I do believe and then I'll land because I know other people got to talk. What I do believe is when you get into a relationship, because I'm a widow, but I ain't never came home and been like, I did the dishes today, you got to do them tomorrow. Like, you submit to the mission of the relationship of your home. So I don't think 50-50 exists. It's 100 and you show up whole.
Come on. That's what I talk about all the time. 100.
Because it doesn't make any sense. And I've had these discussions, and I guess it's just in TikTok land because I guess people are trying to get views or whatever. But I'm like, who are these people that talk like this? Like, I changed the baby's diaper today. I can't do it. Like, I just don't know people who live in that life.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think some men are delusional because of the mistakes that they have made early on in life with poor penis management. Can we say that on TikTok? Poor management. Okay, poor management, and with having the repercussions of having multiple children, and children cause debt. And although we love our children, they are costly. There are some men that are in a hole because they couldn't manage their desires. And then they're behind. And then they want a strong woman to show up, but then want her to play her position in the back. So it's like, it's sometimes the decisions you have made early on in life will affect you later on in life. And it will cause you to be delusional. Right. Because you're paying for the mistakes you made. And I'll just land there.
Okay. Solid. I hear that. Let's see. A couple of comments. Free said, making and overrated their value, just like women can override their options. Dang, I have a type. Men can overrate their value just like women can overrate their options. Okay. Aisha,
but can you have boundaries?
Oh, you absolutely need boundaries. That's the
so
if I
say I don't want to date a man because he don't believe in Jesus Christ, I'm wrong. He can have a good job. I've met plenty of men that have good jobs, doctors actually. And if that goes my boundary,
the part about you wanting to be yoked with the person that you're with, and if that's part of being yoked, then you feel me?
But that would be overlooking a good option because I can ignore the fact that he don't believe. Like, I'm religious, so that's something. Not like I'm not a Bible.
I also think we got to take in accountability of options. Everybody's option is different. You know what I mean? Everybody wants or needs is different. So, like you said, you turned down some doctor stuff, even though they were good options. You know what I mean? But for you, they were not good options. So I think everybody got to say, like, they may work for this person, but that don't work for me.
Right.
They got to start taking that into consideration because that's the truth.
Because people want you to accept what they just give.
You see, Free said, I definitely not saying don't have a preference in standards. I got you.
I think it gets a little convoluted when we start to try to create and add water and stir. Like, we'll see this person who may not be what we all want. And then we start to project on them and imagine them to be this person that we created in our own mind instead of seeing what's really in front of us and accepting that person for who they really, really are. So now we're going to color you the way we want you to look. And when that color starts to fade, then we get in our feelings like, oh my God, you've changed. It's like, no, they were never that way. That's what you imagined them to be.
Okay. I got you on that. Jamil, you got
That's
anything
a delusion,
about, brother? Before we push?
That's a delusion.
All right, I think he's.
I'm gonna jump in a minute. I'm still just collecting my thoughts on the topic.
Okay. Well, the best advice that I received is in dating when I was doing my premarital counseling before my husband passed away, was you should be able to accept the person as they are. And if they never change, like, that is something you have to go, like, if this person never changes, are you okay with it? And so that's how I'd lead in now entertainment, right? If I see some things that are some red flags and I'm like, can I accept this? Can I live with the fact that this person is that way? And if I can't, then I have to walk away.
I got you. Let's see, Free said, all I'm saying is delusion looks different by gender, but reality checks everybody. Facts.
There she go with all of that profoundness.
Down in the bottom.
In the bottom.
Let me stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Reality
So
does look different based off of people's choices. Like,
yeah,
not saying you
absolutely.
can be delusional, but if you may have made bad choices early on in life that will dictate you missing out on opportunities, then that's a choice that you made early on that hinders you. Now, to be
Yeah.
delusional about it, I don't agree with that. Like, I think you can have standards, morals, and ethics, and stand on that.
Okay. So I'm gonna break this down into two different cases. This is how I keep it neutral. We're gonna have the case against men, and then we're gonna have the case against women. Let's start with the men. So common claims about men being delusional. Want a traditional woman, but don't earn traditional money. Expect loyalty while entertaining multiple women. Overestimate their market value. Want submission without leadership. Avoids emotional growth, but want emotionally mature partner. So, can a man demand respect he hasn't earned?
Can demand anything he wants. He just is he going to get it? That's a different thing.
But how can you do that when there's no safety? None of that you read off sounds like safety.
That's the point. That's the point. Because when a man understands what a woman wants, he knows the first thing that a woman wants to do is feel safe.
Yep.
I learned that many moons ago. If a woman don't feel safe, and yeah, she's gonna look for safety.
It's going to be unbalanced. The whole house, the whole environment, the whole relationship. But
Well,
if
when
you
Yep.
we
can
say
provide that, respect just comes naturally. Number one, you should automatically have respect from the beginning. If you didn't get respect, that means you did something to lose that person respect.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you're just dealing with a crappy person. But if he
Okay.
create that safe environment, he gonna get that respect.
Oh, absolutely.
what time of safety are we talking about?
All of them. You got
What you
emotional,
mean?
financial.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
got physical. All of
Mm-hmm.
those are all safety.
I honestly believe
Mental.
the emotional, spiritual one, if he really provides that, like, naturally everything else will come. But that emotional, spiritual, and that loyalty one, that literally would just have them submit to you just because you checked off all the boxes. Like, I feel safe. I'm able to open up. I'm able to express myself as well as hear you
Mm-hmm.
and not feel like I gotta, guard up and protect myself or be defensive. Like, that really makes a difference. And a lot of times couples, I put it on both, don't see that. And that end up causing the relationship to go south.
Can I give you
Okay.
all an example and maybe y'all can help me work through this as well?
Go for
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a really good friend and we've been friends for years, like even through the fact that my husband, when I was married and now that my husband's unalived, he's been a great friend. He's shown up for me. He says to me, and I felt disrespected. He says, I like you. Your kids like me, my family, everything is wonderful, right? I just want to let you know I want us to be together and I want a baby, right? I've known this man
Mm-hmm.
for about 16 years, but we were
Mhm.
friends, we're still friends. And then he says, I just want to let you know I want to be with you, but I will never leave New York. We'll just, arrange like bi-coastal situation. And that was one. Then he says, from time to time, I might cheat on you. Just want to let you know up front. And I said, you know what, sir? I respect your honesty. But that is not something I subscribe to. There may be some woman that subscribes to that, but I just don't. And he thought by pouring his heart out and being honest, it would be okay just because I would just want a piece of a man. That sounds of a piece. I would rather lay with these degrees in my bed and hold that diploma tight before I lay with a man that will cheat on me.
Yep. And I hear you. I do. I agree. One, I love that he was upfront and gave, at least gave you the option to, are you willing to be down with this or not? That's what a lot of men should do because they can avoid a lot of heartbreak as well as, trauma and problems. But
But
no,
here's
thank
the
you. That's
issue.
not fair. You can stay where you at. I don't think you would get anything out of that.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Although we have a great friendship, I just was like, I don't know women that sign up for stuff like that, but apparently there are women that do just because they want a body next to them.
There's a lot of them.
It's a lot.
And the older
That's what
they
makes
get,
it hard out here.
the older they get, the more they're willing to settle for half a man instead of having the whole man.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
no.
I mean, you don't have to have any accountability to anything.
Especially the ones
But
that.
yeah, and so I felt disrespected because like, what would make you think that I would be okay with that? But he was just being honest. Like, we have such a great rapport. I could tell you everything, and this is how I am as a man in life. And I looked at him and said, well, how has that worked out for you? Because like you said, people live in delusion, right? And so I said, did you ask your baby mama, could you have another baby? Right? Not your baby, like saying like his mother. I asked him, did you ask your mother, could you have another baby? And he was like, well, why would I ask my mother? I said, because she's currently taking care of the first one.
Oops.
Right.
Right? I said, so what would make me think that you are a great candidate? You are a great man with a great job, but your life is set up to please you. And so a lot of times people want you to deal with the delusion of the BS that goes on in their life that is not typical. And although I love him to death as a friend, I just am not willing to settle for less. I would rather drag my bare blah, blah, blah across hot concrete before I settle.
Blazing hot concrete. Texas hot concrete.
Hot, right? Hey, what's
Texas
up,
concrete.
Oh, also, I felt disrespected too because as a friend, we've been friends for so long, and that's what you thought I deserved.
But
I
here's the
couldn't
thing,
get a full committed relationship.
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of men just think it's like the nature of a man to cheat when, like, if y'all want a woman to be a certain type of way, like, it hurts to be cheated on. I've been cheated on, and it hurts. It's a different type of hurt in your chest, in your body, when you don't feel safe. So for me, as a woman who has experienced grief, as a woman who's just traveled through life, I'm not taking that into my home. He's a wonderful guy, and maybe he thinks it's because it's light skin privilege or whatever he think it is.
You just said light skin privilege.
I'm serious, because sometimes light skinned men, they don't realize they getting older and they don't have nothing to bring to the table but being light skinned.
Pretty Ricky is what they call them.
Hey man, y'all leave them light skinned brothers alone.
Pretty Ricky.
So here's my other question, right? And thank you, Andy. Thank you for that.
Hey, Busy.
Yeah, I got my boy Busy back in here. Is the podcast culture creating unrealistic male standards?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
It is. Just like porn creates unrealistic bedroom expectations.
Who wants to get slapped upside the wall all the time?
Yes, definitely. We all know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bang your head against the headboard all the time. What are we doing?
And so now we know that there's a lot of men who can't perform intimately because they think that's what the expectation of laying with someone is. So no.
I mean, if we fighting, we fighting.
Podcasts are ruining everything.
No, it really is. It was a podcast that was just talking about relationships, and it was about the thing of either going 50-50 or being a stay-at-home wife or mom. And a lot of the guys were just like, I feel as though it's just so pointless, like, you know. And I'm all like, well, it's not pointless. You know, whatever works for your household works for your household. But the main purpose of you providing and giving your wife or your spouse that option to be home is so they can cater to your children. And they look at it as if she's staying home as a privilege to herself. When being a stay-at-home mom ain't easy at all.
Not at all.
It is mentally, emotionally, and physically draining.
Because who gonna watch them? Them baseboards don't wash themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. So now not only do I gotta wash these baseboards, I gotta wash and take care of these kids. I gotta feed everybody in the household, and I gotta deal with everybody else's emotions, up and downs. It's a lot. So it was really on there like, I mean, I could cook and clean myself and I can do this. I'm like, okay, I hear you. A lot of people can. But the point of your partner is so if when your husband comes home, he doesn't have to cook. That gives him a leg. Like, I mean, that's just appreciative part of your having a stay-at-home wife. You come home, yes, you can cook, but do you really feel like after doing an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift or a 16, because some people is working 16-hour shifts, to come home and you cook a full meal and you eat? No, or now you got to order, spend more money and wait for that food to come. And hopefully they made it correctly like you want it. You know what I mean? It's just, that's the purpose of having that, partner in your life and
Listen,
giving them that way.
I love men all day long, and so I don't want to sound like I'm bashing. This is just my observation. But men want the woman that their mother was, if they had a great mother, but refuse to be the man that their dad was to provide the soft landing of the household. I had a man tell me that he believed in 50-50. This is like a friend was telling me, because you're in a barbershop, people let their skirt hang, men let their skirts hang or whatever, their slips hang. And he was telling me that, like, my mom used to get up every morning at 5 a.m. She would have coffee ready for my dad. And I said, guess what your dad was doing? He was paying all the bills. She was able to stay at home. He provided a lifestyle for her to be able to be like, I can get up with my husband to do that. Right?
Yeah.
But you don't even want to forget. You don't even want to give her that. I said, sir, I'm gonna say this, and I mean it's the nicest way possible. I can't give fellatio angry. You want me to be a mule, a SMEX partner, take care of the kids, keep this home? I literally had to tell him. I said, so when I am spending time emotionally with the kids at soccer practice, do you want me to carry the stove with me out there and cook while I'm there?
Seriously, that's how it
That's
be.
when
Hey,
their
I got
expectations
that.
become unrealistic. That's when it becomes
Yeah.
unrealistic, because you want me to go out there and break those bricks, but then you want me to come home and be a Smex kitten. I can't do both because I'm gonna be tired. Coochie might be willing, but she ain't doing it. She just said, "Look."
It be a lot, and then on top of that, they don't give the emotional love. There's no affection. There's no appreciation. Oh, I see you, baby, doing that. You look good doing that. Look at you looking nice today. I can't wait. It's no type of love language in that way of even supporting or even uplifting that spirit. It be straight passing by like two shits in the street or just talking like, it just really don't be that foreplay they say that happens during the morning all the way leads to the night. That's
One thing
Now you're getting lazy love. You know what I'm saying? You're getting leftover lazy love. You're just gonna roll over and
So
do your business and go to bed.
one thing I disagree with.
Hey, we got Jamil about to bring
I
something
just
in. We hadn't heard from Brother
I just
Jamil
I just
yet.
have a question because I'm just listening to everybody. What I kind of hear is, in order for a woman to want to do wifely duties, the man has to 100% take care of her and work for her and let her stay home.
Oh
I'm
That's
no,
not
what you
you
really.
heard in
instantly
this
saying.
conversation?
That's all. That's what I really hear. Everybody's kind of saying like, yeah, if he ain't taking care of me, I ain't doing this, and I ain't gonna feel like doing that.
Now,
I'm just
taking
trying to.
care of someone, we're not talking about financial. I mentioned the stay at home part was because of the topic of how they explained about they don't need a woman. What's your purpose? Like, that's literally basically what the topic was. And I just explained that part. But no, it's nothing wrong with 50-50. We're not saying that. But a lot of
No,
times
I
men
actually
get
don't agree.
50-70.
I actually don't agree with 50-50. I'm not
No.
coming from that angle. I just
Okay.
hear all or nothing. So I'm just trying to get some clarity. That's all.
Gotcha.
I don't think that's what anybody has said. I think what we're saying is the equally yoked aspect of it. That's what I started off
Yeah,
saying.
they
100,
requesting
100.
50-50, but giving 70-40
2080.
or 20-80.
That no. So I was never
70-30,
saying that.
But
I was coming from a place of saying this. I try to be as transparent as possible when I'm on panels. Um, there's no way for both people not to bring in income in the home today, right? So we're all going to do something, right? And when you're the person you marry is not the same person you divorce, right? So when you're in love or in like or in partnership, y'all are making this unit come together. So I've never looked at a man to be like, he got to take care of my hair, nails, this, like, that's trivial stuff. I do that. That's maintenance already.
right.
So I'm saying from the fact of coming together, there's no way for me to do it. So you want me to clock out of my 9 to 5 and then to return to another 9 to 5 at our address where the mortgage is being paid. I said nothing about money. I'm saying about showing up physically.
Being there,
Yeah.
love and support. No, that's why we kept saying love and mentally and physically. But like, we don't really need financial support because a lot of women nowadays don't need it. A lot of women don't even want it because they want to go out and they want to have that freedom of saying like, you can't tell me I can't do something. And she got to go with it because you're making all the money. No, women are not about that life anymore. They out there getting their own so they can have their own, so that way you can't say, you can't do this and you can't have that. It's like, if I got the money, I'm going to do it. Like, what makes you think I can't go out and get my nails done today because you just don't want me to? Or if we're in a financial bind, that's different. But a lot of times it came from control. But women are out there getting their own, and we are asking you to show us love. We are asking you to show us kindness. We are asking you to show us affection. We are asking you to show us appreciation. Like, that's what we're saying.
Welcome.
And a lot of
Let's
men
be
aren't
honest, a lot of
giving it.
people are not having a discussion because the relationships, I hate to say it like this, it wasn't until I had my passing of my husband that I started to look at things this way. We're not having the hard conversations up front, the business of relationship or the expectation of this relationship. Because what I mean by that is, if I agree to something in this relationship, don't you embarrass me in them streets, right? I agree to our household. Like, prime example, y'all. I got a friend and she did a blended family, and she didn't care. This guy was a sanitation worker, and she was really, business savvy. They came together beautiful. They blended families, grown kids, things of that nature. And I'm like, wow, Black love, amazing. You should never covet other people at all. And one day during COVID, this man, after this woman has built him up, started businesses, take care of his kids, and he takes care of hers, got on Beyonce's internet and said, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me go see my other side wife.
Oops.
Okay.
And in my mind, I was like, if she agreed to that behind closed doors, don't you get on this internet and, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what people are agreeing to behind closed doors. Don't you get on this internet and embarrass that woman.
What the hell?
He's Muslim, so
never
so
mind.
my thing is, I think it's a partnership. So for me, we submit into the mission of our relationship. I just don't want to feel like you don't, like she said, you don't care about me because I care about you because I'm showing up. Like the just certain things don't exist anymore.
I got you.
So we're just saying is, don't have us doing everything and dragging us out and treating us like a slave when you just here acting like a king. No, we both supposed to be in here on the pedestal. We both supposed to be helping each other out. If I can't cook one day, you step up and do it. Not, I shouldn't say, oh, I'm cooking today, so you do it tomorrow. More so like, you see me doing everything, taking all the kids to cheer, and we ain't getting back until 8 or 8:30 at night. Let me step up and cook. So when the kids and she come home, we can eat and she can they can go right to bed. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're saying. We're saying be a team, be a partner. Like,
but I think the expectation of relationship is not being had.
It's really not. I learned that too with my husband. We've been together since we were 16, and so when we really got into it, like, we realized, like, yo, we didn't even know what we wanted. We didn't even know what to expect. We didn't know any of that. So we really had to sit down and talk to each other and explain to each other, like, what we want in the household, how we want the household to run, what are we willing to do, you know what I mean? And that's also what we're kind of preaching to our kids too. Like, get to know yourself, get to know what you want in life, so that way you can express that to your partner, because we had to learn that together because we didn't know in the beginning. Because like I said, we got together at 16 and, been together.
I remember I was charging my car. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm going to push down to the next one, right? So we did the case against the men. So here's the segment 2, the case against the women. Here are the common claims, like I did before. Common claims about women being delusional. Expect top 10% men while offering average effort. Confuse attention with commitment. Overestimate options due to social media. Want provision plus equality only when convenient. Think healing excuses bad behavior. Why you snicker?
Because a lot of it is really it's in right now. That's literally a lot of these women are moving and stuff. So, and I would say a lot of women, because it's not everyone, but a lot is, and you see it on the social media platform. They literally are saying it and using these words. So, like, that's what was funny. They just hit on for a lot of it.
I mean,
but I think it's a certain type of woman. It's that sexy red. It's that type of woman.
The fast ones, not like fast sexually, but just the fast ones that's moving in the fast life,
Yeah, so it's not the woman that understands partnership and who's gonna stay with you when you're sick, right? It is the woman. Like, I'll be honest, I had to check my 19-year-old daughter. I was like, because she was like, Mom, when you were married, your dad paid, my dad paid for everything and you didn't pay for anything. And I said, you want to know why this man was willing to do that? And she was like, why? I said, because I got engaged at the Cheesecake Factory. I was a woman who was willing to go to Longhorn.
Yeah.
I was a woman that showed up in other ways in the household to make his life softer and ease. I was his peace. Nobody wants to get in a relationship and be taken advantage of. So I want you to not talk like that ever again, because no man that you ever will meet in your dating life wants to be taken advantage of. And so I checked her, and I check any woman that talks about taking advantage of a man, period.
You know what? That's an accountability. And I appreciate you saying that, because that's where it starts at home. Man or woman, we have to check especially our kids. We have to check our kids. Because that delusion that I'm sitting here talking about, it starts at home. It starts there, and we have to make sure that what we are doing, we got to be the ones that set the example. You feel me? We got to put it out there. So, do you guys think social media inflated this particular perceived value?
Listen, social media gave people that were in slow classes a voice.
Damn.
On a little short bus with the helmet and a chin strap.
It did, and it definitely did change the outlook on everything. Like now, everything is just out there. You can't even be mad that your man looking anyway because it's out there. So now everybody got to be comfortable with sexuality and everything.
We have let slow people get up here and tell the masses what the narrative is. I kid you not. I was on a panel when I had some free time, and this guy was like, it's our woman's job to come back and get us and pull us up and tell them what the white man doing, and then to help us, and then we go in there on our goons. And I was like, do you think this is a movie?
Yep.
Like, I was like, these are the brothers that have intellectual disabilities, environmental disabilities, that we let have a microphone, and then wonder why they can't get no woman, because they are slow in real life. It's a lot of lost black. It is on this app.
They can get a woman, but they don't have a quality woman. A woman that has ambition and drive.
No,
and then they downplay us.
What they're getting is the Mucinex monster and Cookie Monster pajamas.
Oh wow, that's slow.
They're getting a Karen.
Karens are a different story.
And the Mucinex monster, that's built like a Mucinex monster and Cookie Monster pajamas.
And dragging around the house like Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, so the issue is they're downgrading for somebody to allow them to wallow in their mess. Like, I literally sit on here sometimes, like when I'm folding clothes, and I kid you not, these people will be having large platforms and be like, I'm going to child support. I don't have a GED. I don't have this. Like, this is the wrong app to be on, sir. You need to be on the job. Indeed. Like, what is going on?
LinkedIn.
I felt like it would be a good city for me to be a content creator. So now her and her 3 kids is living in a shelter out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
It was like, what? You moved somewhere to go be in a shelter because you felt like it would be a great place to be a content creator.
Well,
not get a job.
One of the biggest dilemmas in Atlanta, because I live down there, and one of the biggest dilemmas is a lot of men were moving women down there, promising, milk and honey, and then a lot of women wound up being homeless. Because when they got down there, the man was like, I don't want you, and now you have nowhere to go, and they're homeless. It's horrible.
Listen, y'all think I live in Georgia too. I had to tell somebody, I said, these men will laugh you in Georgia, laugh you out your drawers. They would. You think they country? They smooth talkers. They will get you out of whatever they need to.
Careful.
Yeah, they'll get you out your drawers and drop a disease in there.
No, for real. I heard it's hot out there. Like
too hot. Too hot. Too dry.
Levels out there is hot.
Unfortunately, Houston is on the list too. Sorry.
Oh man, yeah.
Gotta be careful. Anyway, that's why I gotta be careful. You shouldn't be sleeping around with a bunch of people anyway. People be too comfortable with them one night stands. And they'll in the back
Man.
of somebody's truck. You gotta be careful.
Keita.
Let's see. Free said, meanwhile, the live I was passing by, I heard a man say, don't be gentle with black women because that's not what they want.
He said,
Oh,
"Don't be
Okay.
what?"
okay. Well, I got
Don't
a
be
sock full
gentle.
of batteries.
He
Yes,
was
they
passing.
do. Meanwhile, the live I was passing by, I heard a
Listen,
man say, "Don't be gentle with black women."
I got a
Let me
sock
not,
full of
but that's
batteries.
what we go through because the people say stuff like that. Like, yes, we do want y'all to be gentle. That's why we're sitting there so confused and aggressive because we need someone to be gentle.
Yeah, but then they'll sit there and cater to the pink toes. In Ohio, they call them pink toes. And they're like, oh, the pink toes will come around and, we'll do anything we can for them. And y'all call us gold diggers. I don't understand that.
And that's what's so
If we
funny.
want dinner, if we want you to pay for dinner, we're a gold
We
digger.
be asking for
First off,
small stuff.
first off, I can buy me and your dinner and maybe your whole family. Let's get that perfectly clear. Whatever I ask of somebody, I'm not going to ask you of it. It's just you're not taking me to Church's Chicken. I'm not going there. And you're not putting me in Section 8 housing. I'm not doing that either. So let's be perfectly clear. If your standards are in a gutter, that's fine. That's cute. And whoever wants to go down there with you, that's fine. That's cute. But I'm not going to do it.
So
I'm
I'm gonna
not
ask this
going to do
question.
it.
So with that,
So
I don't
is
knock
knowing
nobody
your
that's on it or nobody that's utilizing it, but
so
like I do agree. I just said we have certain standards where I would not like to be in Section 8 due to the fact that if I'm working hard and I went to school and got a degree, I didn't. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to go that route, the easy route. I
At
want
all.
to actually get it on my own. But don't get me wrong, if I have to, I'm gonna utilize all my options. And any woman that's utilizing her options, that's fine, that's great. Instead of overusing it, because some people are definitely abusing it.
Oh, absolutely. And they're moving in. That's another story. Go ahead, Marlon. What you saying?
so is knowing your worth being misapplied?
No.
Elaborate.
So when you think about you knowing your own particular worth, you think you're worth more because of, let's just say, um, oh, I got this, I have that, I've been through this, I've did this, so you know, I feel like I'm worth this, right? Can it be misapplied because you're putting so much emphasis on all of these particular things, but then when you're looking for this particular man, and because he has not done every single thing that you have accomplished, you're looking at your worth and it's being misapplied in the sense of, well, you're not worth me because you haven't done this, 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 and this.
I say no. A lot of times I'm not looking at the worth. Like I'm not looking at the things. I'm looking at your character. Like I literally said that the person had all of the things, but he disrespected me. So is all the things worth the disrespect that I will tolerate moving into that? So no, a lot of times I feel like women are not. It's just the fact that we're being disrespected so bad that we can't sit in it.
Okay.
That's valid.
Okay. That's valid. No, that's real valid. I like that. Um, so overall, from what we just covered, you know what? Maybe nobody is delusional. Maybe men value what they value, women value what they value. Social media just amplified the whole thing to make it seem like you're supposed to have this at this particular point. And maybe this is a point where people don't want to accept that you may just be misaligned with the person that you're trying to deal with.
Trigger alert.
That's true. That's true.
You may just be misaligned, and and that's the thing. That's real.
You telling the truth. That is true.
Yeah.
People will look at somebody and be like, I like them and we've laid together and all of the wonderful butterflies of courting is amazing. And then you realize this person don't have no business. They're not business savvy. They don't have this. They don't have that. And it's not the things. It's just the things to come together as one.
Right.
So you've missed all of that for the temporary moment of happiness. And you realize this person can't even navigate life
It's a lot of people who cannot navigate life, but then want a
Right.
woman or
I
man.
think it's the season a person is in as well.
That is true. There's a lot of men out here who can't lead and be wanting to lead. And you be sitting there like you never even thought outside of your city or block and you expect them to lead and do this and do that. And then you don't want extra opinion. A leader knows how to take opinions from others or information from others, advice, whatever you want to get down to it. You know, that's the point of being a leader. You know that delegating duties and working with,
And they
the
take
pawns you
it.
got.
There's a lot more misinformation. A lot of people are throwing around a woman should submit. A woman should submit. No, what the Bible said was a woman is to submit to her husband as the man submits to God. You have to
Right.
submit to God first. Once you submit to God, then that everything else falls in line. Because if he can't submit to God, he shouldn't be expecting you to submit to him.
I'll go a
Exactly. And
step
a lot of them
further.
always half use that scripture anyway. It's a
Yeah.
lot more that goes with submit to your husband because you go ahead.
I know, but I'll go a step further.
Exactly.
Some people don't have a plan. So you want me to be with you and there's no plan. So for me, it's the safety aspect again, because it's like, so how do you see life 10 years from now? What does your retirement look like? What do you want to do? Or do you have quarterly goals, or what do you aspire to do? Right. And if you're okay with just doing what you're doing, I'm okay with that. But I want to know that there's at least a plan because there's seasons of life. And so the sad part is, because there are no plans and we just gonna go with the flow. I can't go with the flow because I'm gonna go and be with somebody else who has a plan
and flow with somebody else.
Exactly. That's true. A lot of people do not think past the day that they are living. And it's like, we really got to start planning for the future. Like,
Talking about this, let's take it one day at a time. Let's see where this
you
goes.
really can't in this nowadays. You can't.
You must
like,
be
I
out
guess
your
you
rabbit
never really
mind.
could until you became an adult and you realize, though, you really cannot take it one day at a time. You got to think down to the week. You got to think down the month because anything can happen. The next day, you done lost your spouse. The next day, you done lost a child. The next day, you done lost your mom. Like, you go through so much tragic that you have no control of. You have to plan. You have to.
It's a shame that a man at a certain age, like in my age bracket, they're talking about, trying to find low income housing. Or they need, oh, yes, bad. Or they need a woman to come in and help with the bills. So what am I, your income subsidy? What the hell?
That's my biggest fear. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My biggest fear is having done all of this work in life to end up in a elderly project or low income housing because I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
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 And so for me, I'm 43. I'm meeting men that are in their 50s talking about they still want another kid, they still wanted this, they still wanted that, and I'll be looking like, I don't even want the two I got sometimes, sir. Are you kidding me? Like,
so now
but you gotta ask them. You want another kid? Were you in your kid's life? Did you? You know what I mean? Before
so you hearing
some of these men,
but don't even be raising them.
No, some of them don't have kids. They don't have. Some of them that I've met don't have children, and they ended up with a woman that pinned a baby on them that wasn't theirs, and so they have a longing for it. And so one of the things to get back to the topic was, I've learned that I can't settle for somebody I'm not equally yoked with. Like, there's a balance that I need, right? And you have to know the balance of what you need in your life. And it's unfortunate people haven't figured that out with, like, I need a man that has a 9 to 5 or that I can come home to every night, right? Because there are some men that travel, whereas I travel a bit for my job, but it's one of us has to be stable. So I would want him to be home on a regular, right? And so I would enjoy that. But then, I've been on dates and somebody has told me on the date, like, dang, I should stop my job and do yours. I don't want nobody to stop their job to do mine. Like, that means you're not settled. So you just gonna quit what you got going on to do my job? Like, don't do that.
The other thing that kills me is that they'll sit there and they'll ask you, what is your profession? And if you're in a higher position at work, oh, then I guess I could sit home. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And you hear all this, and you hear what all of the men, the options are out there is crazy. But when you hear the good ones, Like the ones, a lot of times the good ones do already be taken, and they be to just, you see how they
Yeah, but
perform their
even those
lives.
that look good on the surface are not good because they got some little demons they
That's
fighting.
true. Not everybody's perfect. Now that's where it come in. I seen that as a topic was unconditional love. You know what I mean? And what I loved about this that someone said was, how can you unconditionally love a grown person? They know right from wrong and all this stuff. And I'm like, that is true. I never really thought about it. When you have unconditional love for your children and your kids, because those are the ones that like they can do wrong, but you forgive them and you work through. It's like, but a person that you're supposed to be in love with, they said it's not. You really can't give them unconditional love because you have conditions. Those boundaries are conditions.
There's always conditions, and people tend to think that there are no conditions. If you like a person with a certain body weight, that's a condition. If you like a person with a certain height, that's a condition. If you like somebody who works or not works, that's a condition. That's a condition. You can't be with me if you're working all the time. When we gonna have time together? That's a condition.
But
That's not what unconditional love comes from, though. See, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. So if you have a body condition, if you're overweight, if you got certain ailments, I'm not going to talk to you in the first place if there's something I don't like. Now, if I'm with you and 20 years later you lose an arm or you get bigger or something, now that's unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a lot of times you have men that'll sit there and say, well, my wife got big after she had the kids. Well, Negro, she had kids. It happens. Oh, her body, she can't wear a two-piece because she's got stretch marks. Okay, she either lost weight or she gained weight. What does that have to do with the person that she is internally?
I think a lot of times it'd be the guy's
agree with what
delivery.
Jamil was saying as far as the unconditional part. Unconditional is at the end of the day, unconditional is a choice. It's a wholehearted choice that you make to say that despite, and I'm using this in the terms of marriage because I'm married, right? When I make that commitment and I say that I'm going to do all these things, I'm saying that there's not a condition because when I got married, it was for death do us part, for better or worse, for sick or poor. It was for all of those reasons, which are all at the end of the day, there are conditions that you're saying that regardless of what may happen, even with these things that may happen, I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to support you. I'm going to be there through the ups. I'm going to be there through the downs. If you gain weight, lose weight, anything, I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to show up. That's what the unconditional part is. Unconditional love is showing up. It's showing up and being the genuine person that you are, in my opinion.
And that's a perfect opinion, but a lot of times we look at things and we have to look at things logically. You can't keep a person that doesn't want to be kept. You can't marry a person that doesn't want to be married. You might want the wedding, but do you want the marriage?
But here's
the marriage is the work. They put more work into the wedding than they do the actual marriage. Marriage is the work.
During this time of life and this season, I am seeing a lot of things. That's how I know our good Lord and Savior Jesus is coming back soon, because I'll give y'all a good story. I met my ex-husband. I was married twice. So my ex-husband had a good best friend. And when you are friends, y'all have dating, y'all have couple friends and things of that nature. This man invited me to his, I met the first wife. They divorced, they had been together for some years. They divorced. He gets remarried, invites me to the wedding. And I think so highly of him. I've never really hung out with him separately or anything like that. And I go to the wedding. I know a lot of the people because we have the same mutual friends. And after the wedding, right, a couple of weeks, he texts me and he was like, "You owe me." And I was like, owe you? What you talking about? I wasn't reading between the lines. He was like, it's just something about you. And I was like, you do know I was at the wedding, right? I met the girl that you married. And he says, yeah, I'm just saying, I just do my thing. Why did you get married? So that scares me, because I'm like, so you got men who are actively seeking to have a wife for status and a position.
Yeah.
And then will cheat on this woman from sun up to sundown. And I just was like, sir, I respected you so much. that you are playing crazy. And I said, that woman is a doctor, no kids, she cooks and cleans. You better keep her. Keep that woman. That's a good woman. And she's a little bit younger than him, but she done got her a country boy from the deep south, and he done ran circles around her. And I was just like, you know what? This friendship is over because
You lost respect.
that's crazy. So now I'm scared if I get a husband, he gonna figure out. This man literally told me I can kind of map out when I can go step out. Like, so if I go to the gym, I go to the gym and check in, and then you can meet me and we can have a drink and hang out. I said, sir, listen. When I say men will figure out, like I had to talk to my mentor, my male mentor. He was like, he's a Navy guy. I was like, yeah, he's a Navy guy. He said them men will find a way to cheat within the hour, on the hour. They will pinpoint it. And these women don't know. And it's so sad.
Right. I can't with that. Like, I understand some people got problems, but it'd be like, are you getting off like hurting someone? Like that you can be with someone and sneak around? Like, is that your
selfishness?
It has nothing to do with the partner. It has everything to do with their narcissism.
He will never stop cheating.
And being a sociopath, because if you can sit and lay next to a woman who you took vows with, or even if you didn't take vows yet, but you are laying in the bed and she's believing she's in a committed monogamous relationship. And if you can take yourself and share yourself with another person and another person and another person, it's not about your partner. It's not about any of these other people. It's about you and the black hole that lives in your heart. Because how cruel are you to share your flesh with someone who loves you, maybe taking care of you, maybe supporting you, encouraging you, and you break their heart like that? That's not cool.
And that's what that's my point. My thing.
Women,
go ahead. I'm
right?
sorry.
Women, it's not just men. Women do the same
these women
thing.
out here scandalous too, yo.
I will give it equal opportunity trash people.
Yeah.
They're trash.
Seriously.
But I think that's the scary part, because like you said at the top, you're like, dang, it's hard out here. And I'm like, dang, if I'm presenting as a good woman with good morals and ethics, and I'm showing up in a certain light just to get with a man who gonna sneak and cheat on me, he's going to, like, this man literally, he told me if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else, that he just has to have, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. And I was like, look, because I was trying to avoid the phone call, and he kind of cornered me into a conversation. Like, so I was like, look, I'm going to just be direct with you. I can't sign up for this. I'm not that lonely to where I need a piece of a man. And so it takes for women, I hate to say it, it's our job to put our foot down. We have to start saying no.
But this internet and this social media makes it very, very, very easy to cheat. It makes it way too easy to cheat.
So many partners and are so willing to do it.
Absolutely. But they don't know it.
Yeah.
If you think that you're the only one in Houston, and you think you're the only one in New York, and you think you're the only one in Atlanta, and the four of them never meet, well, guess what? Now everybody, he's a connective tissue, because he or she is unstable. Let me be equal. He or she is unstable. Now you have just ruined four great people who could have been with somebody else in a monogamous relationship and get all the things that they want. But you have to be really, really, you have to be a really pathetic person to do something like that.
And I say this all the time. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but for me, all day, every day, I want to choose a black man. But my feelings get hurt so bad by the way that life is, right, that I don't know if I will. I've made peace with not being in a relationship or ever getting married again. Like, I'm grateful to have experienced love, but because of the way that the standards are, and these people aren't even on social media. These are people that are well-to-do, that like, this is what I do. And so for me, I just was like, am I going to have to settle for a man to cheat just to have a man, or be alone? And at this point, I probably am going to, like, I'm just probably not going to be in a relationship.
I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, but I'm never going to have another black man again.
But I wasn't saying
never
it.
Again.
I wasn't
no.
saying
I'm just saying for me. I'm saying for me. For me. And it's not to, I give up.
It's
I
so
give up.
hard because
I give up.
America has set out to destroy the black man and the black woman. So it's hard to find a good black man. Now, there are good black men out there. Some of them are already married, some of them are in relationships, and some of them are out there just saying the same exact thing that the good black woman is saying. I ain't going for another black woman. I ain't got time for it because it's a lot. And they chose to break us apart because when we're together, we're so freaking powerful.
You know, it's crazy that the fact that, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of times I don't like to say it like this, but sometimes I do have to date down, right? And be okay with it. And even with the dating down, some of our counterparts are so far behind in life that it's hard to date them. Whereas I could be out and meet a guy Nan and he like, I own a property, I got a company, I got a trade, I'm prior military, I do this. And you like, when I say I think it's so sexy, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I think it's so sexy to learn from a man. If a man can teach me something, like I don't care about nothing he has. I just want him to be a leader, to be like, I can show you this or I can do this. I don't want to show up and be masculine in a relationship. I don't want to have to lead nothing unless I need to.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so hard to do these panels with so many different people because you hear there's so many different sides of people and how they say, oh, women don't want to submit and this and the third. But you hear all these conversation of women wanting to submit, wanting someone to lead. Like, I don't speak for all of them, but I know for a fact I don't like to lead. I don't like to make decisions. I want my man to make decisions because it just makes me feel more comfortable. Now, don't get me wrong. If I got to do it, I got to step up and do what I do. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying I would rather my man.
But you shouldn't have to teach a man how to lead. And a lot of these panels that you go on, it's like the men are reaching out saying the woman should show me what to do. That's not my job. That's not my job to show you, baby. You should already have a plan. You should have a thought. You should have a process of how to make it happen. You know, you want me to follow you.
I don't mind showing. I don't mind showing in a relationship because that's what we're there for. When we lack, we are together.
Yeah.
But to come into something and you like, I mismanaged myself. I mismanage things. And I'm saying this, and I'm going to be very transparent. I'm saying this as somebody who grew up in foster care, who joined the military, who's never had a parent or even never had a black father cover me. I've never met a good black man. I've never been treated right by black men. I've never not been cheated on. And even the deceased man that I'm telling y'all all so greatness about, I found out the day before he unalived that he was cheating. So I'm telling you, I've never met a good black man.
And that's sad because there are a lot of them out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are a lot of solid ones out there, but they're far few and in between because even the ones that appear to be solid aren't solid.
Okay.
And that's the sad part about it.
So let me pose this question. It's a two-part. So think about this one. Will we say that are men adjusting to modern women or resisting them, and are women adjusting to modern men or competing with them?
What exactly is a modern man?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
Woman.
Okay, modern men are. So think about a modern man, a modern woman. Could you highlight it? You talked about it earlier. I think it was Andy was talking about it earlier. You think about, or maybe I'm not sure who it was. Nevertheless, you think about the old school where the man was going to work, he came home, the wife was at home, right? Nowadays, it's like the man is going to work, the woman is going to work. So that traditional way of how society was running is now different. So now we're all modern. We're all modern. But you do have some women who say, well, you know what, I just want to stay at home. You have men, real talk, that just want to stay at home while a woman works. So that's the modernness of it is saying, I want somebody that's more traditional. Right?
Depends on what traditional looks like, Marlon.
Traditional looks like the old school. That's what traditional is. So when I ask the question of are men adjusting to modern women or resisting them, the man right now, so me as a man, I'm adjusting to the fact that My wife wants to go and work. My wife wants to go and do things, and those things now I have to go and say, okay, well, that's a modern wife, and I got to accept the fact that she's not going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm just using that example because my kids are grown. So, and vice versa. So are we, as a man, are we adjusting to it or resisting it because we want the traditional woman? Or are women adjusting to modern men or competing with them because women have gotten up to a point now where women are banging nowadays. Women are getting the jobs that men will have. They're fighting to get their way to the top. So that's where I mean when I say like modern, is it a competition or a resistance?
I think it's an overflow of both. First off, in our communities, it was very rare when mama got to stay home. Mama did something, my mother worked. I watched my mother and father work every day. So it's very rare when our people were able to sit down and one parent could be home. I never saw it. I never saw it in my 60 plus years. I never saw it.
And that's the thing. A lot of people get that mixed up. They say like, the tradition back in the day and stuff, like back in the day, like our mothers did not stay home either. They went out and had to work as well. They had to do housekeeping or washing laundry of, white people or whoever. Like they had to go out and find ways to help manage so they can have food on the table.
Because they weren't halfway paying our men anyway. Our salaries weren't enough to supply for their families. So of course, mama had to go out and get some working too, so they can have something for the kids. So I don't even know where people even get this ideology that, we were always able to stay home. When did that happen?
That's what was pushed on television and everything, as well as because, the white homes, they had that stay at home wife and mom. And then also when they went to fight for with women rights and everything, a lot of it was for the white woman. The white woman wasn't allowed to go out and work. That black woman was out working. She had to find jobs just to help feed the family.
But let's be honest, we didn't show up to the feminist movement because we went to our black men first and they turned us down. That's the only reason that black women joined the feminist movement. But the reality of it is we've always worked from the cotton fields to now. We've never not. So I do agree that agenda was pushed because we've always worked. We've always worked.
And then it changed. And then when we didn't have to work, the husband was working and he would come back and bring the check to them and they paid all the bills and managed this and gave him his little allowance and he went on about his business, got him a little drink at the bar or whatever. And that's, how that went down. It changed because once again, they had to break the black family. I know a lot of people don't want to believe it or hear it. And I know it wasn't no white man or white person at the door telling that black man to get out. But the way society and the economy was running, the only way to get assistance or to get extra help eventually was
there could not be a man in the house.
Exactly. So
I mean, and they tried to portray it in the media, like in Claudine, in the movie Claudine. And if anybody remembers that movie Claudine, as soon as the boyfriend came to the house, he had to hide in the closet. He bought her a little $2 lamp or something like that. He had to hide in the closet. That was actually true. It's really, really true. That is what they did to you back then. Because the man wasn't in the house. For whatever reason, he was not there. But if she went for any type of government assistance, you could not have a man in the house. And even now, if we look at women who are on Section 8, if you have Section 8 because you have to take care of your children and house them there can't be another person in the house. That man can't be in that house. He cannot be in that house.
And if he's in the house, he has to be making basically no money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's literally like that. And now a lot of black women or women period now are all fighting for the right or just working and making their own money just because too all the, the resistance we had of we can't do this and we can't have that or we got to have this man sign off on this. And then eventually it came to a point where it's like we're just not trying to be oppressed by men anymore. And the love kind of got lost. And now it's a fight of trying to find that love again and as well as trying to keep independence.
Maintain your identity because something at the end of the day, what do we do?
Hold up for a second. Jamel been trying to get in for a second.
Yeah, go ahead, Jamel.
All right, sorry y'all, but I'm the property of a guy that is adjusting to the modern woman. And I did get to see my dad's parents live like that. My grandmother did not work. She stayed home. My dad worked. My dad's dad worked. And when it was time for him to retire, he was able to, but guess what? His retirement didn't cover her too. It wasn't enough. It would had he been single, then yeah. But he had to go back to work on top of his retirement to make sure he was able to cover her too. And that's how he died ultimately.
And that's sad because it's still like that.
So
A lot of retirements don't cover.
So for me, I look at when we're planning past today, like someone said earlier, that's something to think about when you tell your wife to stay at home nowadays. You have to look at all angles of the ball game. If you're making enough money to take care of all the bills and the household and some, you got to be able to put some away for her retirement as well. Because when you're not working and they're only sending you enough for you, somebody gonna have to strap up them boots again at 70 years old. Nobody wants to do that.
I mean, the worst thing about it is that I watched my parents, and both my parents, I said, worked. But when my dad passed away, and my mom said, okay, well, my dad worked, so I should get his Social Security benefits because he passed away after the age of 65. The government told her, no, you get one check. You get one check. You can either get his or you can get yours, but you cannot have both. Now, she's accustomed to living in a 2-income household. Now you're reducing her to make her live in her later years on one income. The economy doesn't work that way. Everything still goes up. Now, she's used to having 2 paychecks in the house. So what happened to all of the money that he's invested in his pension and his Social Security? It's gone. It's in the wind. It was in the wind. And we had to fight to even get that much for her. So it's ridiculous how they want you to be home, but then no one really makes any real provisions because medical insurance is crazy. You need a 2-parent household that's working. Housing is crazy. Grocery is ridiculous. I don't even know. And don't eat well. Don't eat like non-processed food because now that's an even bigger cost. God forbid your children have allergies to food, so now you got to buy special food for them. I mean, let's just think realistically. When you're asking a person, honey, stay home, you're now putting us all in a precarious situation because God forbid you're not able to work. Now, I have no skills. No one's going to give me a job, and I have to now fight for the family. So I think if you don't go into this as a partnership, it's never going to work.
I think also that is such a fairy tale. It's a horrible fairy tale, right? Because I was a kept woman. And when he, I was working on self, I just wasn't quite where I needed to be when he was alive. So with being a kept woman, right, I think it's a fairy tale because at the end of the day, you struggle a lot. People look at you differently. I don't care what the circumstances are. I had a 10-month-old baby, my husband unalive, and people looked at me like, well, why can't you provide what he was providing for you? So it's a double-edged sword. It's almost like you damned if you do and damned if you don't. And I'm like, this is what our household agreed on. So it's like, you are right. I didn't have any skills. I was still learning. And this was early on. So it's been years ago. So that's why I can talk about it. But, it's one of those things. That's why I pushed so hard to be able to do certain things. And it's unfortunate because it's a double-edged sword. We tell these women stay at home, or this idea that staying at home is a great thing. And then the person, they could cheat or unalive and you are left with nothing.
Thank you,
Right.
Bree.
And that really happens often. Like, I'm a hospice nurse, and I've seen it happen to so many wives. Like, a lady, she lost her husband at a young age, and she was a stay-at-home wife, and she had to figure it all out on her own. Like, luckily, he did have it set up that his life insurance covered, their mortgage and then like all the utilities and stuff. But she still had to figure out other things such as groceries or her kids' needs. And then her sister got sick and she had to take in her sister. So she had a lot to take on so fast when she was literally a stay-at-home mom raising 3 kids. And,
Yeah, I just think it's sad. Yeah, it's a was it a rose-colored mirror or rose-colored glasses? I think it's a lie.
It is. But honestly, nowadays, it is a lot of options that they can utilize for their retirement if they, learn about it. So if you want to make her a stay-at-home wife, you got to make sure you get into all of that. Get in there, because now you can get retirement without, working. You can find out, different ways to get life insurance or health insurance outside of work that you can pay out of pocket for. I mean, it's extra money now going out there, but there's ways to cover, future terms and things. But some people don't know about that.
Is there another question?
It is. Is loneliness exposing unrealistic expectations?
No.
Yes.
Okay, got one no and got one yes.
Go ahead, Gwen.
I would rather be alone and be at peace than be with someone and be stressed and uneasy and feeling like I'm less than.
Okay. And I was the opposite. Sometimes it takes people some time to get to that point, to value themselves to have better boundaries, right? To say, I'm not going to accept this. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm saying that people will settle for loneliness or the temporary comfort because it doesn't feel well to be alone.
But if you have other things going on in your life, if you have other interests and there are things that you want to do, that's why setting goals and like I want to move to Italy. That's where I want to spend my retirement years.
When
Hmm?
Italy don't lay in the bed and make love to me.
I understand, but you know something, I've been married and I've been in relationships, and like you, I have not had good luck with relationships. I have not had good luck. So at this point in time in my life, I'm going to invest in me. I've been a wife, I've been a mother. Thank God I'm not a grandmother, but I'm going to invest in me. And I'm going to see what I do like and what I don't like. Now, if I do get a mate, that's fine. But if I don't, that's fine too. I'm in the fourth quarter of my life. So whatever time God gives me, I'm going to try and be happy with that. However that looks.
Well, no, I agree with you. I
agree too. That's the perfect way. And honestly, I feel like your person is going to fall right in your path if you go on that journey, in that mindset.
But
pouring
I
into
agree.
yourself and focusing on you.
I agree with everything she's saying because I'm at a place that I have better boundaries. But I do remember, we being honest, I do remember there were points when I was early into life and desiring love, and I settled for some things I should not have settled. Now, will I do that now at 43? No, I will not do that at 43. But at this point, like, there's certain things that couldn't even make my mouth wet. You get what I'm saying? That I wouldn't even deal with. So the reality of it is, I just think there are some women who haven't gotten to that part of life to know self-worth. They'd be like, I'm not going to just deal with anything. I'd rather not have the headache because it still hurts when they leave and it hurts when they're there. I would rather just be without. So I agree. I understand, but some people don't.
Something and falling for anything. Yeah. Yeah. So here's another perspective question. Because we talked about a series of different things. We talked about, money, peace, all of these things. I'm gonna harp on the peace one for a second. If you want peace, are you peaceful?
Yes.
You need to be. You need to be. You really need to be. You have to know where your center. Where is your center of the universe? Where are you centered? What centers you? Where do you get to reflect and reinvent yourself? I mean, like I said, that's where I am at this point.
Because that's true. A lot of people crave peace, but be bringing nothing but chaos.
Exactly. I'm an empty nester. My kids are grown. So now I don't have to be mom. I don't have to be Mrs. So-and-so. I don't have to be somebody. I can, for the first time in my life, I can just be Gwen. I can just be Gwen. And I can find out who the 61-year-old Gwen is as opposed to the 40-year-old Gwen and the 30-year-old Gwen and the 20-year-old Gwen. I just get to be Gwen. It's exciting.
We get to have that thing called self accountability.
Absolutely. And I don't have to toe the line with anybody else on my back.
Yep. And
You
now
know
you're
what I
at a point
mean?
in life where you
I get
definitely
to
don't have to
find,
settle.
Yeah.
I don't have to settle. I don't. And that's where the peace comes in at. Because now it's up to me. What brings me peace? What brings me peace in my office? I love cucumbers, and I can eat a whole bag of cucumbers all day. I'm at peace with that. Okay, it sounds silly, but you know something? But when you're with your mate, it's like, honey, what's for dinner? And what are you making for dinner? And or what are we having for dinner? you know, I don't have to do that.
Yes.
I'm at
So
peace.
I feel like you definitely got to bring peace to get peace.
Absolutely. Iron sharpens
And
iron.
that's for both
Iron
ends.
sharpens iron. So, if you want submission, are you worth following?
That's a great question.
Say that again.
If you want submission, are you worth following?
That's a man question, baby.
That can be for both, because you want the man to submit to you too.
Yes, that's a both
And
question. That's not a
you got to be
one-sided
worth
question.
him
So
submitting.
basically, you're saying that we both have to be coachable.
Yeah.
Because to submit, you
Coachable.
have to be coachable.
Absolutely.
Yes. Honestly,
Absolutely.
it's a partnership, right? You both got to be open to learning. You both got to be open into adjusting, pivoting and turning, adapt, adjust, and overcome.
Yeah. And here's another one. If you want protection, are you cooperative?
Sometimes people can't protect. So,
Sir, did you just hear everything we said? We ain't never met nobody, man.
You want to hear a little story? Here it go. He ain't there.
All I'm gonna say is
some
don't
are
give
there,
up hope.
some,
Don't give up hope.
Yeah,
my
y'all
dad
got
for
him.
me.
Y'all got him. Y'all got him, and
Listen,
God bless you. Look, I'm like Charlie Brown. You got candy, you got popcorn. I got a rock.
Wow, man. A whole rock, huh?
But
Listen,
agreed, everybody ain't got the golden ticket.
Exactly.
Those that do,
we know everybody has had, different things that have happened in their life, right? But if I'm telling you, like, I've not given up hope on marriage or anything like that. Like, I still have hope for it. I pray.
someone in the go ahead.
Okay, and I do, but if I'm telling you, I've never been covered properly from my father to the men that I've even married, and the one had to unalive. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what being protected by a black man feels like.
Me either.
So,
Well, I do. My dad is definitely a great provider, protector. I don't know how he was I'm learning now as an adult how he was for my mom, but there is some good protectors out there, and like we said, it's a partnership. You got to learn to protect. Now, for women, I feel like protection will be in a different way. You shouldn't have. I guess you can physically protect your man in a way too, but their protection is giving them that safety for them to feel like they can come to you and be there. So you got to give that protection for him too.
Now, I love my dad, and my dad did provide. My dad provided monetarily, but my dad did not provide emotionally. My father was not emotionally available because he was so busy working and providing. And then the men that I wound up getting married to were great providers, but they were not emotionally available.
And that's what I was going to say, where that protection comes in.
With protection, there's the emotional protection, there's the, physical protection, making sure that you're good. There is the intellectual, protection. I think out of all of them, of course, physically protecting somebody is at the top, but the emotional intelligence protection to me is top, because if you're feeling a certain kind of way and I don't provide you with a space to be able to be vulnerable, I'm not protecting you. I'm not letting you be an individual. And that goes both ways, right? That goes both ways, because there's times where, my wife allows me to be vulnerable because I need to be able to cry on her shoulder. I need to be able to express certain things that, that I'm, going through. I think those are some really big parts of being of protection. You know, I need to know that if I come to you about something, that you're not going to judge me for what I'm coming to you about, but you're going to hear me and try to understand it from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like it or not, I need to know that you're gonna protect me because I'm coming to you with it, and I'm trusting you in that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's where my disconnect is. I mean, as a young child, watching my mom and dad, again, working in unison, but
Mm-hmm.
I never saw my dad buckle. I never saw my dad in his soft space. I never saw that. That was between the two of them. But I think the one thing that my father did teach me was how to work, how to be accountable, how to be ambitious, how to be driven. Keep your head up. You know, don't let anyone talk down to you. Don't bow your head down, but nobody but God. Those are the things my father taught me. So when it comes to me interacting with men, I find myself very hard on men. I'm very hard on them. I can be a soft space for them, but not for a long period of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even when my daughter, she broke up with her little boyfriend, and she's in the room and she's crying and she's going to her little grief. Okay, girl, you got about an hour. Let's go. You know, you're taking up too much time with this. You know, and sometimes I find, I'm sorry, I know it sounds bad, but I'm not. I think I'm just conditioned not to be like mushy because I think that's for me being very weak. And it's not to say that it's bad to be mushy. I don't want anybody to say anything. It's just me. So I do understand where my conflicts come in, where, you know, I'm always on. And then I get married to a man that's in the military, which is even worse. You know, he's a master gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. So I'm hard. And it's okay because he's hard, you know, and we're teaching our kids, and you got to be regimental. I think in this late stage of my life, I want to be soft and I want to be still and I want to know what that feels like. I want to know what it feels like. I'm eager to learn that. Okay, I'm done.
No, you all of you guys are dropping some. I'm hearing a lot of vulnerability. You know, being able to share a lot of things. Gwen, Andy, Miss Londa, Jamil. You know, you guys are sharing a lot, right? And even in the comments, free South Jersey country girl, like everybody is dropping something. Which that's what I wanted. You know, when again the topic was never about a bashing of either side. It's an awareness that we all needed to have. You know, an awareness of how do we catapult into our next. You know, what does that future look like? KK, welcome in. You know, it's asking ourselves hard questions, being honest with ourselves. You know what I mean?
So here's the problem, Marlon. So then when you meet women or you encounter women like us, they're like, we are the package, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying for the things, but we are showing up emotionally intelligent. We are all the said things. We know how to do the things. How then are we like all the things that you name from social media and the delulu? That's what I'm being presented with and asked to stay in that. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's
You
not
know,
fair to me.
no, and it's not right. Hey, KK. So it's one of the things we talked about on a previous podcast, right? And I'm not saying this is what the situation is or this is the answer. But what we spoke about was are we continuously going to the same spaces and places expecting a different result to happen, or are we meeting the same people and the type of people because we have not changed the environment that we have gone to? You know what I'm saying?
Sir,
Like
I'm a whole flight attendant.
She said a whole flight, not even a half of one, a whole one.
I'm a whole flight attendant, right? That work with
Okay.
all types of people. And I'm somebody who worked for the Department of Justice at one point in time before our a lovely current administration took office. So I am
Bullshit. I'm
telling,
sorry.
yeah. So I am currently telling you, if I am changing I'm changing arenas, I am changing places, I'm doing all of the said things, and I have witnessed. I'm a giver, right? And so I think everybody attracts dark at some point. And prime example, I had a coworker when I worked for the Department of Justice that invited me out. He had no children, and he was 42. Sometimes men that don't have children are a bit selfish, but they are allowed to be. So I respect it, right? So he invited me out, and it was just like a after work situation. He was like, we can go to the now I'm not from the DMV. I just relocated. And y'all listen to this. So the man invited me out, and I'm walking to the museum, and we're having great conversation, and everything is wonderful. And I stopped because there was a door, and he was like, "Oh, I don't open the door for women that aren't my wife." And I said, And I looked and I said, where are we going to eat after this? I just got off of work. You know, we both work in the same building. We planned. And he was like, well, you didn't plan that? Now, look, you called me and asked me to go out. You called and took me to this free museum, which I was okay with. Right? And was like, so, you know, you need to, like, he was so jaded by women hurting him. When he finally met a good woman, he didn't know how to take her because he was so used to being taken advantage of. And I was like, I don't know what happened before me. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't know what happened.
I think that's what the problem is. People don't know what love looks like. You know, people camouflage it, and they jade it, and they taint it, and they paint it the way they. But people don't really know what real love looks like. So when real love is presented to them, they'll either mistreat it or they'll run away from it.
Listen what I did. So after that, he didn't have anything planned. I looked at the first restaurant when we walked out, and I looked at it and I said, you thought because I'm a new employee of the government, right, that you don't know what I make, you don't know who I am. You just thought I would be after you for something. And he was like, I mean, no, you know, just because I'm a government worker. I said, okay. I picked the steakhouse and looked across the street. I said, come on in. I want you to go with me to the steakhouse. I said, I want you to sit down and order whatever you would like, because this will be the last time you ever see me, speak to me, do anything with me. Because if you think I was out here trying to get over for a steak, I'm a flight attendant on a weekend, and I worked for the Department of Justice Monday through Thursday. Money was never the issue. I just wanted to get to know you.
So he cut his own blessing.
Yeah. And like Keita said, he's not even willing to do the basics to be a gentleman. And some men are like that. And I you know, I can't speak for those individuals.
So now I'm not cutthroat anymore. So I mean, not that I would never let somebody change who I am or how I will show up as a woman. But I'm just saying, this is what I'm being presented with in life from somebody who has worked for the government for years, that probably is not happy with life or their 9 to 5. And when I show up, I'm very unorthodox, right, in the way that I live. Not extreme, but like I'm very carefree, right? And sometimes people can't handle that. But the reality of it is, if I am meeting pilots and understanding that pilots are on their third wife and they're paying alimony, like I'm like, we've taught that relationship is all messed up. Relationships are messed up. And I'm meeting people on the plane, and they are, you know, I'm open today. And then when I say I can't deal with that, then I'm an asshole. Then something's wrong with me.
No, you're not, because you should still have your standards. Because at the end of the day, you would have to live with that person. And if you lower your standards to the point where the person is not even what you could be comfortable with, like I'm not comfortable with a man not opening the door with me. It's just not happening. My daddy told me that if you walk with a man, I don't care what man it is, don't you touch that doorknob. If y'all can stand there all day, don't you touch that doorknob, that handle, because the first time you touch it, you're going to keep on touching it.
So that's what I'm saying. If I'm saying these are extreme dating situations and I'm just dating, This is that is extreme. It's extreme from the guy who's found interest in me that was married. It's an extreme from a single guy with no children who was jaded about relationships. It, like, when I say these be extreme for Black women, so then when I finally meet the Ghanaian or the Nigerian that has providing me a soft life, that just, it shows up. Like, one thing African girls will say to you, when you date me, you need to show up with the money. And that's so sad to even think like that. But like, there's an expectation. If you date an African girl, you need to show up with everything, your best of the best. So the reality of it is, if I'm telling you, these have been my horror stories since my husband, unalive. And I'm putting myself out there. I go to church, I read the Bible, I will cover you. I am all of the said things. And you show up with your half-ass mentality of what the world, TikTok is telling you and what the world is telling you. You like, oh my God, this is what dating looks like. So when
baby, it don't get no easier. I gotta tell you.
So when women tell me they're going to leave their husband, I say, stay with that man. There's nothing out here but Casamigo and lemon pepper wings. You stay with that man.
There it is. And Modelo. And Modelo.
Like, it's not that bad. Stay with your husband. Work it out. Granted, I probably would have never stayed married because I found out my husband was cheating because he was in the military. But what I'm saying is, these are extreme dating. You have men who are dealing with baby mamas. You have men who don't know how to treat a woman. You have men who are unhappy in their job, and they're going to waste away unalive in their job because they're unhappy and be unhappy in life. And that's just not where my life is. I am actually at peace. I'm happy. I can work when I want to. Mm-hmm. I travel when I want to. I don't have any bills or anything like that. So like, I've done the work to date. I'm not trying to have anybody save me. So if I've done the work and I say I have no debt, my home is paid off, I don't even need you to be a daddy for my kids. My daughter 19, my son 11. I just want to love you. And I can't even get that. I'm down to the bare minimum of love. That's it.
I'm going overseas.
I just want to know, can your bro over here get a buddy pass or something? You know what I'm saying?
Where you trying to go? Where you trying to go? Where you trying to go?
Nah,
so I'm not giving up on love. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I'm having to pick through all these frogs just to get to somebody decent.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for them warts.
So I heard everything you said, Andy, right? So would you say that the majority of the men that you're meeting are on the flights?
No, they're not. No. So when I worked in DC, I met somebody in DC because I live between Maryland and Georgia. So when I'm in Maryland, I meet people. I'm open to dating. Right. And so then when I haven't dated in Atlanta because I haven't been here. Right.
Be careful.
Listen,
you in danger, Molly.
Atlanta's not.
You in danger, Molly.
Nah, Atlanta's not horrible. Don't. Mm-mm.
It's not. So here's the thing: you have. You just have people who don't know themselves and they're discovering themselves. And I feel like, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole, if I picked myself up from, real talk, foster children are expected to die. I'm sorry, unalive. Right? So if I'm saying I've done life without family, I'm not jaded. Like, I go into a relationship understanding wifely duties and motherly duties with my children, things of that nature. So if I've done the work, done the counseling, done all of the things, and for me to show up and you like, I got these 4 babies and I got the baby mama and I don't budget money well and I don't do this, it's hard for me to stay there.
Yeah.
I can agree. So therefore, you gotta pick a different C. You gotta pick a different type. Switch it up.
Girl, listen, these have been dates from hell. I met a doctor. He wined and dined me. He was such a gentleman. I'm like, oh, he's so strong, all of the things. And the way he bashed his ex-wife, I didn't appreciate it, right? The way he bashed Delta Sigma Theta, I didn't appreciate it just because his ex-wife was a Delta. And then the man says to me, I believe in God, but I don't believe in Jesus Christ. It was over. So it's like, this is what we're getting. I'm meeting crazy men. And so they,
he's batshit crazy.
yeah, because he's like, I don't believe in Jesus Christ, but he had 2 practices. He was well to do. And so it's like, if I'm gonna go to hell, it ain't gonna be for dating a man that don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Some people don't be right in the mind. A lot of people, it's definitely crazy out here dating. So you just got to be careful.
So his whole thing was, I'm a black doctor and I have abs and I'm 6 this. So he was going off the fact that he was that. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
I'm so sorry because I've been trying not to get on this live, but when you said ATL and trying to date, and I'm in South Jersey, but I went to school in Alabama and and I deal with the ATL because I got friends and family there. Understand, please be careful.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm going to say. And I had to say that.
Because
being
you
careful,
gotta lift the hood, let them spit in the petri dish. You gotta take it to the
Bill,
lab.
hello.
Okay,
Thank you.
you got to. Whoo, you got.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna say
John,
this: at
Jesus.
this big age that we at, we
Please.
gotta be careful no matter what city we in, because
Right.
it's
No, but
Yeah.
the
it don't matter.
ATL, I'm sorry. I have dealt with, because I went to school at Tuskegee. I got friends and family in Georgia, Alabama. I'm from South Jersey, but understand the ATL is a whole different.
Garden, and there's a lot of different
Yes,
vegetables in that garden.
girl,
I mean,
hello.
I hear you,
And
and
Gwen,
the
I've been
reason why.
watching you and I've been listening to you and I'm loving everything you've been saying. And I
Hmm.
didn't even want to get on here. But when she said ATL, I was like, okay, I gotta get on here.
Thank you,
So,
sis.
Well, I'll
so
be
I
honest.
appreciate you,
I'm
but
not
I'm
even
gonna,
in
I'm gonna
this.
tell you like this, even because I'm from Atlanta, and when I say I hear what you're saying, but there are. I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of partners
and I get
that
that. Don't get
are
me
good
wrong.
guys. You know what
There
I'm
are a
saying? They're
lot
good
of
guys.
good brothers. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong.
So it's
There are.
yeah.
There's a lot of men that go down to ATL to live their best life in the cities where they grew up in. So you
Thank
have
you.
a lot of they are coming from across the country, and these are educated, prominent men, but they know
Thank
in
you.
their own backyard they can't do certain things. But when they go to ATL, they can live their best life.
Hello.
And see,
They
So
live their best
all
life
I'm
I'm gonna
saying
because
is
they're
disagree
just
with
out of the
that
no no
please be
but they're
because
out
careful.
of the view. They're out of
people
the view of
people
their
move to
family and
Atlanta.
friends.
I hear what you're saying, right? But in Atlanta, people, you talking about the ATL, and I mean, I'm gonna talk about it for a second, then I'm gonna push on, right?
Okay.
It's it's. I think any city that you go to, it don't matter if you go to Chocolate City, it don't matter if you go, it don't matter where you go. It's about where what you're putting yourself out there for, and how you're looking for things. Any city can be an Atlanta. Any city can be like that, right?
And I
I
totally
don't
get
think that
and respect that.
there's a no. I know, and right. So what I'm saying is, I don't want someone to miss an opportunity, of the potential of meeting someone just because, oh, well, I heard about ATL is this and ATL is that. I hear
And
things
I
about,
totally
you know,
understand that. Because
so
no,
I mean,
the ATL is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, there is a lot of stuff when people come to the ATL. And all I'm trying to say is just for folks who have never been or understood about the ATL, because please understand, I know about the ATL.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this, Marlon, and Marlon will understand. My husband
Hmm.
that passed away was from Cordell, so I'm fully inbred. Like I've been here a
Okay.
while, so I
Oh, so
understand.
you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's cool.
So I know, but I am very careful, but I had a Georgia boy, right? And he was from the deep country, from the country. And so not an ATLian, but or Grady baby, but I definitely have had a Georgia boy. So I understand that. But like I said, because of my job, I moved away and now I'm back. And so I live between the two here and there. But I'm just saying, in general, when you think you're going somewhere and where people will have a 9 to 5s and they're a little bit more settled, things would be great. Now I'm just at a place where everybody has a hang up. You just have to decide what you're willing to deal with. That's it.
Right. And I respect that. And I understand that. It was just like when I heard everything, and don't get me wrong, because
Come on, Peach.
I am
Somebody
older.
said they know Cordell.
Oh yeah, I
I
know.
am
Hey,
just,
I
I
know
don't want to take away from, because I love my brothers. I just wanted to just make sure that my sisters are good.
Listen, I
That's
appreciate
all.
you. See how she covered me? That's how a man is supposed to cover me. You see how she covered me?
That's all. That's the only reason I came on, because I've been following and listening, and I was like, oh, let me just say
Yeah.
something.
No, I appreciate you. I
But
appreciate
But
you.
never
Marvin,
been
what was
to
you gonna
Atlanta.
say?
And Divine,
Huh?
welcome up.
Hey,
Now I'm
how's it
catching
Thank you.
going?
Jamel. I got Jamel over
Jamel, what
there.
you
I'm
say?
gonna catch what you got to say.
Like the person from Jersey that has like these really strong opinions of Atlanta. You've never been to Atlanta, from what I'm hearing you say.
Oh no, I had no. Let's be clear. I went to school at Tuskegee. Most of my friends were from Atlanta. I spent too much time in Atlanta, so don't tell me I don't know about Atlanta.
You just said you went to Tuskegee. I was just saying you did. I didn't hear you say you've been to Atlanta. You were speaking from other people's opinions. So that's what I was asking.
No. What I said is when I heard her talking about the ATL and everything that she was talking about,
Yeah, she just was giving me
I
pointers on
know
how to
that.
navigate. She just was giving me pointers on how to navigate. It's okay, y'all.
Thank you.
I was gonna
Thank you.
say I heard y'all
Bo, shut up. I'm sorry. That's my dog.
all right, I was gonna say I had heard y'all talk about relocating, and how people change. That's why I really jumped in real quick, because I got a kind of like a theory, and I call it it's called the safety net theory. So everybody has a safety net. Everybody has a safety net. So like whenever you go to a new place, especially if you're by yourself, you remove your safety net. And I'm not talking about like if you go like an hour away from your hometown or any place like that, but whenever you travel a long distance and you restart, you remove your safety net. So whenever you remove your safety net in life, it automatically puts you in a position to where you're kind of forced to make better decisions, because I feel like you go like into a survival mode. So whether it's Atlanta or anywhere, like depending on the mind frame too, obviously, depending on the mind frame, if you uproot yourself and put yourself in a new environment, it automatically propels you to do a lot of different stuff, because you got to make your choices based off of your level of thinking. Like now that's from the mental ground, but it's kind of like also if you was to take a flower and you take it out of old soil or whatever, or old pot, and let's say the pot that you had it in, it had parasites, rocks, all sorts of obstacles that's stopping it from growing, that's from the past or whatever, and then you put it in some fresh soil, you're automatically going to grow. And I feel like that's the way that the human is whenever it goes to a new place, because if you know people from school, and some of them people that you know from school and some of your family and friends and stuff, they'll never see you no different than who you was or what you did or whatever the case may be. So whenever you go to that when you go to that new area, excuse me, all of the knowledge that you've built through the situations that you've been through, even if a woman had multiple partners and they go to a new place, or a dude, like you can take all of that and then you could use it as a power and it gives you an advantage, so whenever it caught my attention and I just thought that I would share that
No,
whenever
I
y'all was
appreciate that.
talking about, you get what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the insight. Um, I think somebody else was about to say something before I pushed on. Was somebody else about to say something?
I
Or
was.
no?
I was.
Go ahead, Glenn. Go ahead.
I lived in Atlanta for 6 years, and I moved to Atlanta because my husband lived there. So I
Mm-hmm.
relocated to be with my husband. So in the past in the past 10 years, the two men that I was involved with, my ex-husband and the gentleman I was with, they've taught me a very valuable lesson about how the culture and the loose culture in Atlanta, it can jade a good man, and it gave me a different perspective on how people move and how men move. So I'm jaded because of that. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm jaded because of that. Will I ever
Okay.
recover? I hope so. But right now, nah, not me.
Hey, look, I hear you, man. I mean, I've lived all over the I lived all over the world. So um I've seen all different perspectives. So I get that. And I appreciate everybody's perspective. Um I'm gonna drop one more thing. And we're gonna see how this lands. So for everybody that kind of missed what this was, the topic is who is more delusional, men or women? The conclusion is, we're all delusional.
Pretty much.
Both, not us, but both. Um, so maybe the real delusion is thinking it's the other gender. Delusion, in my opinion, isn't male or female. Delusion is unhealed. That's simply what delusion is. It's being unhealed. And being able to recognize when you're unhealed is the starting point. Recognizing and accepting the fact that you're unhealed, and once you get to a point where you are healed, the aspect of delusion doesn't even come into play anymore, because now you have accepted a personal thing about yourself. It's that self accountability that I was talking about earlier. Accountability for we want accountability for other people, but we really need to have the most accountability for ourselves. And once we do that, that's when everything will start aligning with, your brand, your growth. You start to have those real conversations about things. This wasn't a topic of trying to point a finger at either one. It was a conversation to show that there are still parts of us where we're not healed, and we need to heal.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to heal. And I'm not saying anyone in particular. I'm just saying in general. We got to start having some more accountability for a lot of our thought processes. And I'm
I
gonna
feel
land
like
with
this is.
that.
I feel
I'll
like this.
buy that for a nickel.
I feel like it's the equivalent of somebody being on mental health meds because they've been in dysfunction for a while, and they get on the meds and they get clarity, and now the clarity doesn't feel good to them. It feels odd. It feels strange. It doesn't feel good because they're used to being in dysfunction. So what I say to that is, if one person is at a certain stage in life or phase in life where they've done the work and healed, and nobody's perfect, right? There may be something like I may breathe too many breaths because like it might irritate the man, like, oh, she breathes too much, right?
Breathe too hard.
Right. So
Hold your breath.
right.
Hold
So
your breath.
then at that point, if that person is really deep down in there and wallowing in their mess, it's like you gotta just walk away. But you have to be open to date. So if I'm saying I'm open to date, when I look at you, I don't see your mess. I see you. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in my shutdown mode. Whenever I end a relationship, I go into reevaluation mode, which could take a couple of years. Between my ex-husband and the last gentleman that I dated, that was a 4-year gap. That was a 4-year gap. I needed to heal. I needed not to bring any residual into any new situation, even though I might as well have, because it ended the same damn way.
Right.
When it comes to delusion, I'm glad you told me the topic because now I don't. I mean, you reminded me that I just jumped in the middle, didn't know what was going on, but I do now. But yeah, so most people, a lot of times anyway, they don't even really have real discussions, and I feel like a lot of times you talk to people and they're just unconsciously delusional, because they having delusional discussions. And what I mean by that is a delusional discussion is when you're having a whole conversation about something that you never even actually verified it. And people debate and they'll defend it, they even react emotionally to it. But the truth is that it only exists in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you start studying self-awareness and, focusing on you, that always exposes that, because like, let's say if somebody doesn't text us back, your mind will start creating, and I'm not saying just everybody's like this, but you start thinking like stories like, is this person ignoring me? What's going on? At that moment, that's delusion, unless you're like really just trying to figure it out. But if it's not that serious and you just, freestyle in your mind thoughts, to me, that's kind of like delusional in a sense, because you're emotionally reacting to the situation and you really haven't even confirmed it, so that's like a delusional discussion that's happening in your own mind. And that's why, being aware of yourself and just, you know, and staying in the present moment a lot of times, that's why that's always so powerful. Does that make sense?
It does, and I
It
will
does.
respond to that. I understand what you were saying, but to play devil's advocate, nobody jumps off the deep end from a missed text. Most people jump off the deep end from the way you move. You weren't moving like that before. Now you moving like something different. So now that's when people jump to conclusion. But I also understand we're all adults at a certain age. And sometimes you just be busy. So you also have to give people grace and things. But sometimes in the relationship aspect, people were like, oh, you weren't moving like this before. Why you know what I'm saying, moving like this now? So it's just
So how could you define like how a person could be moving differently?
if you know that their response is a certain way, or their response or their actions are a certain way, and then they change it up, it's like, well, wow, I wasn't used to this. Well, what's going on? Everything good? You okay? You know how we are when we're dating. Like, people are enamored, so they getting back to you. Hey, what's, like, even if they hit you, what's up? How you doing? Like, just some short things. So for me, when somebody does that, automatically you're like, oh, you kind of moving different. I see it. And then it makes me move different. I'm gonna move different too. We both gonna be checker pieces.
Yeah, but like if you present it to me, if you say like, hey, like, okay, let's say if I'm at work and then I didn't text or something, and then you like, hey, are y'all busy? Like, what's going on? Because normally you text back. I feel like you're addressing the situation, but what I'm saying is delusional is like, oh, if you just jump to the read, because then, like you said, we're adults. You're having an adult conversation. You're like, hey, and then you're checking the temperature. You know what I'm saying? That you're right. That part right there. I just used the text message for like just an example, but like what I meant was delusional is more like if you just start calling your friend like, man, I think this and that. But if you just attack the situation head on, like, that's just being like a grown woman, like you said, like, look, this what you doing? Like, okay, so you didn't call me all day, like, you didn't respond. Like you asking questions and you won't answer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not delusional at all.
I got
Oh,
you. I got you. Peter, what you got? I know you came up.
Yeah, only to say this one thing and then I'll get down. But I feel like classifying somebody as delusional is a judgment in itself. And if you consider yourself to be, any type of religious or whatever like that, like judging somebody else is not supposed to be of your nature. But I feel like we should not classify somebody as delusional, but just say that they are reacting to a circumstance, based on their previous circumstances, like it's PTSD, if you will. So if they're reacting based off of PTSD, then that goes to you are dating when you are unhealed in an unhealed situation. Not necessarily delusional, but you are not healed. And healing, as we all know, is a process. It's not something that's just like, okay, like a stamp of approval, I'm healed. It's all, based on situations and processes, if you will. You know what I mean? Like we can go through circumstances where we're not triggered, and then when we are triggered, then it causes us to act in a certain way, which causes us to be triggered, and then we act emotionally based off of those triggers. So don't say we are delusional, just say that we are acting based off of these reactions, these triggers, this PTSD. Not delusional. That's all I wanted to say.
And you said that so beautifully.
Oh, well,
You
thank
did.
you.
You're
Yeah, that was
welcome.
good. That was deep.
Right? Southern Jersey. You're muted if you were trying to say something here. I'll unmute you. I invite you to turn your mic off. I don't know. But Keita, you
I
just
don't
dropped the
know
whole thing.
why my mic was turned off. I'd never turned it off,
Oh, I turned it off
but
early when the dogs were barking.
oh, and I'm sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
apologize for that.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, I turned it off because we couldn't hear and whatnot. So
I do, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I've got puppies, so I'm sorry about that.
no,
But
you good. What you
now,
got?
my biggest thing is I just want to make sure that people understand that with everything, and at this point, I hate to say, my whole point is gone.
I'm wondering where the
I'm
where the
sorry. My
point is.
point is gone from my original post. So,
Why? What happened?
Mm, I got you,
What?
Andy.
Why is it gone, South Jersey?
no, no, no. What I'm saying is what I was saying previously before when it was muted because of my dogs. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, they caused me drama. But what I was trying to say originally is I was just trying to make sure that everything that I was posting and talking about was about making sure people understood that it wasn't necessarily about folks who are just trying to post simply because we are women who are saying that we have issues with black men and them coming after us for saying that, hey, no, I'm not talking about black men who have issues with Black women.
Mm-hmm. So South Jersey, I'm not being rude or anything. I just wanted to see if there was a point that you were trying
Well,
to.
all I'm saying is when I was trying to make my post got
I got you, Gwen.
deleted or got blocked because of the issues I had with my dog. And I do apologize for that. Don't get me wrong. My dogs, because I live out in the country here, so they're always barking. And I hate to say that is an issue sometimes.
No, you're fine. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you letting me know
And
that.
I'm sorry,
Um,
because all I was just trying to say with all of my posts is like, I'm just trying to represent. And at the point, I was looking at the post for the ATL. And being
but
someone
South Jersey,
who,
we moved past the ATL thing already, sweetheart. I do
okay,
appreciate it.
well, then let's move on from that. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
we're about to
what?
move
Just
on, and because we're actually
all I'm
about to
going to
end.
say is just let it go and move on.
Okay. I definitely appreciate it. Well, look, everybody, tonight was a great night. You guys come back tomorrow. We definitely appreciate it. 100 podcast. Topic for tomorrow is the role of humor in relationships. Is it healing us or hiding us? I wish you guys have a great night. I appreciate the input that everybody has given us tonight. I'm going to drop everybody down so you keep your coins and come back and support for tomorrow. Same time, 7 o'clock tomorrow, okay? All right. So here we go.
I got to sing, Marlon, so let me know when you're ready.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Go ahead and sing. Hold up. Let me drop everybody down so you can get the whole platform.
Okay, cool.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. Miss Londa, appreciate you. Keita, it's hold up.
Okay.
I need to see facial expressions on this one.
No,
Big guy,
don't do that.
get up here. Get on up here. Keita,
Don't do that.
turn that. Yep. Nope, you said it. Turn the camera on, big guy.
Oh,
Come on
shit.
up. I want to see facial expressions with this song.
Nope.
Turn them down.
I was
shit.
wondering why you sent me that. I'm like,
Yup.
why did Marlon just
Turn the
send
camera
me?
on. I want to
send
see
me
your
that?
facial expression from this
And
song.
you can't. I'm in the dark. Leave me alone.
No, it ain't. Turn the light on.
Nope. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear big guy. Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate it, love. Thank you.
You welcome.
Thank you, Shay.
See? That's a good thing. I like that. Anybody else want to say happy birthday?
I appreciate everybody, man.
Anybody else? Come on.
I swear I couldn't
Hey,
stay
dog,
in
happy birthday,
the
dog.
chat
You know what I'm saying? Yo. Cheers.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
All right.
The big old 5-0.
Where Peachy at? Peachy said she about to come up here and sing. Oh, isn't that sweet? Hold up. Where's Peachy?
You didn't see me.
She about to come and sing. Oh, let me bring it up,
Hey,
man.
Peachy Tay, delete my happy birthday message. Okay. I mean, that's up to you.
I'm just talking junk because I done said happy birthday to him like 7 times in this whole chat, and he has not said anything to me.
Man, you know what? I haven't been able to be in the goddamn chat. Every time I come in, I think I type dang like twice. As soon as I come in, I get a phone call. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh my God, you're just so wonderful.
Oh my God, everybody loves you. Okay.
But Keita, your song was so lovely. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, boo.
You know me. Oh my gosh. Oh my
gosh. Oh my God, I love her.
How y'all doing? So
Hi, beautiful.
I wanted to come up and sing happy birthday to Big Guy.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, here we go.
Don't say nothing. Okay.
Me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Big God.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
All right.
We deserve a nipple
you gonna
pic.
sing?
Post your
Peachy, are you
nipples,
gonna sing?
big guy, as a thank you.
Let's
Thank you.
go.
Don't post no damn nipples.
Did you just say a
What?
nipple pic?
We need a nipple pic. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? All right, Peachy. You up? Sing your song so we can go.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to do the Ryan Cameron version, but I don't remember all of it.
Let's go, Peaches.
Come on. I'll help you. I got you. Come on.
We got we don't give it because it's your birthday. We got a cake with your name on it and some candles on the top. We got some presents and some good friends. We start this party. It don't stop. You know why? Because it's your birthday.
It's Marlon dancing for me. Marlon dancing for me.
And that's an ATL. That's an ATL. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Marlon was getting it. You said Marlon getting it. Hey.
That's an ATL birthday song, Big Guy.
ATL. It's
ATL.
I hear you.
It's the
I
end of
hear
the
you.
week.
We don't give up because it's your birthday.
Yay.
That's it.
Man, I appreciate all of y'all. I tell you,
Yeah.
life has thrown itself at me in many different ways, and it's
For
been
sure.
an honor and a pleasure just meeting each and every one of you, especially my brother Marlon. You know, we've had our conversations. Keita, Frida B, Peachy Tay. I truly appreciate all y'all, man. Shay, thank you, love. I see you
Grab your
down
necklace for
there.
your birthday.
Say
Damn,
again.
let me call Godmother real quick so she can tell you happy birthday.
Yeah, I heard Godmother was on. I missed it.
That's okay. She can come in. It's all love.
You been drinking, big guy? Why you sound so like extra like
Be nice.
Yeah, he sounds
No,
real relaxed right now.
I'm just chilling. I just got out the shower. So
Let me see.
I'm relaxed. Let you. All right, girl. I tell you now. You gotta be a certain height to ride this ride.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate it, Deidre. Well, look, man.
Deidre.
I'm gonna let everybody.
Where's Deidre?
Do it out. Hold up. Let me shoot my brother.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, big guy. Seriously.
Yes, glad you were celebrating the new year.
Absolutely. We wish you many more to come.
I just
Damn, I get 400.
The cake.
Oh man.
Cake,
I appreciate it.
Cake. I put some cake on his face.
I love
Appreciate the cake. Yeah. I guess not quite the way that you would spend your 50th, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, right?
I'll put some
Man,
cake
you
on your face.
alive
Don't
just
worry,
as
big
long
guy.
as you spending it alive, boo. That's all that matters. It's okay.
You upright, boy.
Okay.
You upright. So that's the main
right.
thing. You
That's
upright.
That part. Tell him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. But you guys are just as good as my family as anybody, so
Aw,
it's all
love
good.
you too, big guy.
Yeah. That was Deidre's. Yep. It's a Libra thing. All right.
Deidre, what's going on, love?
Gang, Libra gang.
Big guy, you
I
wear a
saw you
necklace?
earlier. You spoke. Thank you, love. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You wear a necklace, big guy?
Say again.
You wear a necklace?
Do
You
I
wear
wear
a
a
big
necklace?
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me grab it.
You keep walking into stuff. This is it. You just keep walking
I don't
into
even know why
it.
you even entertaining that one.
See my
You
chain?
walked into it slow, Keita.
Let me grab it. Let me grab it.
No, there he go. What's up, big guy?
Okay.
Pillow over your
Ease
face.
and nostrils for the one time. Let's get a close up on that. Happy birthday to me. Ow.
When your birthday, please?
I'm gonna grab it and put a pillow on your face, okay? Okay.
The natural pearlies.
I can't.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Well, I hate I missed the panel, Marlon, but I guess I'll catch it tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
pillow.
yeah, yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it was good. I just was trying to follow a lot because I don't know. I like to sit back and think about stuff.
We know.
I give like what you said, Gwen. If you're still in the building, like I put it in the chat, but I love what she said because it's important that we sit back and reflect on our past relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't
And
have
it's
to jump
important.
right in, or I mean, take that time off. You know, you need that more than you know. You need it.
And it's important that we see your face, free to be.
Oh no, I don't have a chain. I don't have no chain. You can't pull
You
my
know what,
chain.
Keita? Everybody cam up. Cam up. It's my birthday.
No.
Everybody is not about to cam up.
Come on.
No. I don't cam up with a bonnet on. I don't
Free to
personally
Be's
do
face.
that. And
so I wanted to see her face.
Wow.
You want to see her face?
You want to see your face too?
Peachy,
No,
tell
I'm
you
not.
all
Leave me
quiet
alone.
down there. I don't hear nothing. But I guess ain't nobody else
taking
can.
some notes
So
and
it don't
stuff.
matter.
Notes on what?
Taking
What you
notes.
think?
What you taking notes on?
So I did this training class with, y'all might know, Gloria Mayfield Banks, so my business stuff, and I got to do a Zoom tomorrow with my team. So just some takeaways that I got from her, writing them out so I can like flow it into my training I have set up for my team. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Love Peachy and her bald-headed self. A bald-headed sisters unite. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I love it.
I need a haircut. It's growing.
I feel you. It be like that. You know what I'm saying? Us bald-headed sisters gotta stay together. Bald heads unite.
It's too hot for hair now.
Hey.
I've been like this too long.
Hot.
You just
Where
say
you get
bald
hot
heads
from?
unite.
Hot.
Bald heads
Bald
unite.
heads unite.
It is not too. It ain't that hot.
I don't know why my keep going away with.
Hey, there she go.
Hey.
There she go.
Hey, boys unite.
See?
Yes.
Love it.
Get it.
You feel me? That's crazy because I'm cold natured, so I need to grow my hair, but that ain't the life to live.
You see this? And I got the beanie with the fur on the inside right behind me when my ears get cold too. So
Come here, let me shave it. Come here. Let me get that patch in the back that you missed. Come here.
Hey, who was watching Good Times? I'm just asking for my friend.
I was like, wait, what?
Did I hear Good Times playing?
Good Times.
I was like,
wait a minute.
is that Good Times?
Oh, Freddie B was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I thought I was the only one, and then bro was like, I thought I was the only one that heard.
I heard that Good Times. I'm like, yo, is somebody like legit watching Good Times right now? That's what's up.
Y'all too old for me. I'm sorry.
Man, I got a
That
bunch
is
of
above my
times.
age bracket. Yeah.
Cut it out, Kitty.
I'm not 40 yet.
Good old days.
You're not 40 yet.
I'm not.
Hey, we lucky we got them. Good times, okay? We got them.
Save me. I'm only
How old are
38.
you, Keita?
You close enough.
38. That ain't the old.
38.
Peter, you only 38?
And I am. I'm always the baby. Like, dang, Marlon, golly, can you get somebody younger, please?
Shay was here.
No,
My daughter was here earlier.
She don't be coming up like
Bro,
that.
always I'm always the youngest, bro.
I don't know what to tell you on that one, Shaw. You know what I'm
We
saying?
30 and 48 and up. 38 and up. Cause
Hey,
I ain't watched no good
and then
times.
my son was on here. And shit,
How old are
Kayla's
you?
I watched
34.
Zoom.
you
You know
know
what I
how old
mean?
I am. Stop playing
Like,
with me.
29.
No, I'm
No,
trying to
Free might be
remember.
older.
I really
29.
can't remember.
You can't
Nah, Free
remember how
45.
I am not 45.
ooh,
Ooh
I'm
wee.
sorry, Free is 47.
Thank you very much.
okay.
My
I don't
apologies.
You know, Free, I like older women.
Don't we listen? We
say
graceful. We graceful. We beautiful. Well, some of us. I can't speak for all of them. I done seen some ratchet stuff out here in these streets.
Hey, that's everywhere you go.
Oh my. But yeah,
Okay. But we love and appreciate an older woman.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you
Beautiful.
too.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You better put me down for my
I'm
head
about
get
to
too
get
big.
It can.
Mm.
You're humble too.
Hey man, do we need to do like a 30-minute everything and nothing?
Okay.
I'm probably
I'm gonna do a
I'm
30
probably
minute
gonna turn it
everything
on.
and
I don't know how many people gonna show up though, but
okay.
I know I'm gonna
You
go
gonna turn it
on.
on? Or you want me to turn it
Okay.
on? Which one do?
Grab that necklace and put that pillow over your face.
You can,
Calm down.
Oh
yeah.
Jesus. Okay, let's drop you down. I'm dropping down right now. She over pulling chains and pillows over faces and stuff.
Absolutely.
Jesus. Okay. And on that note,
I done told that girl about trying to jump in this line.
Ah, look here. Hey, I like them older. You better calm down. Men, women, okay? I don't discriminate.
She meant
Did
that.
you go to work today,
okay.
Keita? You got a lot of
Indeed.
energy.
I did. I got off
She
at 9
do,
o'clock.
doesn't
Leave me
she?
alone.
It's like somebody gave her a candy bar or something.
Hey, I be
Something.
drinking. Leave me alone.
All right, big guy. Go ahead and start it up, man. I'm gonna drop you down. Go ahead and get it started.
All right.
Tell Big Guy
Yeah.
have a
Oh, where
good
we
one.
going?
Later.
Where we
We're gonna
going?
go over to
We
everything
going?
and nothing.
We gonna get
We're going
his
to
live so
everything and
we can be
nothing.
ratchet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, y'all can do that.
And I will. Big I don't want this. Come on.
I'll bring a
Let's
classy
go.
ratchet. That's it.
Oh Jesus. Peace. Peace, everybody.